Hello everyone and welcome to another Art of War stream match. This is a super exciting match because Mark and I are trying out two of our favorite armies, Eldari versus World Eaters. And both these factions got tremendous points drops in the latest FAQ.
Huge points drops, like just
dire Avengers and Raptors.
Raptors. I got 90-point decrease on just Freddy Raptors. I was really happy.
Yeah, this is a great FAQ change. And also the Wily Stanley fight and the Bring It Down stuff also changed quite a lot for the way these armies just function on the table. So,
but one of the most important things is the mission changes.
The mission changes too.
Like bottom of turn has so many more powerful things, and you don't know who's going to go first. You don't get that decision, so sometimes you're just like, well, okay, I'm just going to go first. I didn't want to go first.
Yeah. Also, at least in the case for Eldari, I was talking with Ridvan Martinez, also known as Archon Skari, in our Eldar clinic in the War Room yesterday, and we were discussing how Eldar is so much more powerful with this bottom of turn scoring because that's always been their playstyle through 5th, 6th, and 7th editions.
That late game, end of game scoring.
Just stay alive and score 15 points at the end is beautiful. Yep. So we're here to try out some of that new stuff. This isn't like my finalized version of Eldar that I'd love to play, but it's definitely the direction I want to explore. How are you feeling about your World Eaters?
So this is a little bit more mid-range, not super aggro on my normal World Eaters build because I have the Terminator block. That unit got so much cheaper. The Lightning Claws are free. Even the Reaper autocannons went down to just 5 points base, and that just makes them kind of worth taking in certain swings because it gives me some long range, plink damage. The triple rhinos with the 5 berserkers, even the havoc unit. I went a little bit more less on the aggro, and a little bit more toolboxy for this one. Nice. But Raptors got 3-point decrease. The Terminators did, but the rhinos actually went up in points a little bit. But I think that's fine. Yeah. Makes it nice, round, even numbers.
Yeah, not 78 points. I hear you.
Yeah. Why? Or 81.
So we're playing mission number 22.
No, I think we're playing
12.
12.
That's the one. It's Dawn of War. There's 6 objectives. Scorched Earth. So in this one, you can raise the objectives. Mark took that. He'll explain that in just a second. It's really hard because Dawn of War versus both of our armies is really scary. I have quickening spears. He has warp timing World Eaters. This is very, very scary because every time we hit each other, we're gonna explode each other, and we're both really fast. And Dawn of War makes it so we're just gonna fight each other. So should be a super interesting back and forth game where the offense greatly outshines the defense, and that's always really interesting chess match stuff. For secondaries, I chose engage in all fronts. I have a lot of MSU units, multiple small units that like to reserve. I have 3 Warwalkers, which I put into outflank as solo units. I have units swooping hawks, and I even deep struck a dire Avenger squad. So that should get me good engage in all front points. I also took scramblers because those two are kind of hand in hand a lot of the time, especially with deep striking infantry. And then the third one I was admittedly less happy about, but I took thin their ranks. Mark's not a horde army, which you traditionally
take. I have a decent amount of models.
You got a decent amount of models.
And the rhinos.
Every time I kill a rhino, I get a point also. So not trying to go crazy here, but I'm going to play my game naturally. Offense be offense. Hopefully score 8-9 points here. We'll call it a good secondary.
Yep. So for me, really, I ended up actually taking Raise because I knew that Nick was going to corner. That's just what you have to do for your defense. If you split your forces, that was your best aim. If you didn't split your forces, it's really easy for me to set up a Raise turn 1 because I just drive up here, go up there, and turn 2, take that objective off the board, and that's a huge point thing. So I'm kind of forcing Nick to defend his home field, both of his home field objectives more. It's more one of those secondaries I'm trying to take out and try out the force plays, to force my opponent to play a certain way. More of a me trying to get points off of it.
You're basically sacrificing those points just to make me do things I don't want to do.
Exactly. Put you in an uncomfortable position, which is, I want to charge you anyway. So
yeah, exactly. So before we get too deep in the match and go over deployments, let's talk about some of our sponsors. We got Warp Fire Minis, which is a store here in Ocala, Florida. They do a beautiful 15% off Games Workshop products, and they'll ship it to your doorstep wherever you might be. The really cool thing they do also, though, is their trade-in program. So you can take whatever junky, crappy minis you have, whether they're new in box, just prize support you've had sitting in a closet, or fully built, painted, or built and unpainted, built and crappy painted.
You got stuff you don't want to put on eBay because you don't have the time to spend on it. Stuff like that. It's a great way to do it. Yeah. It's a few messages, send them some pictures of what you got. send it to them. They'll give you a quote before you actually send it to them. Sorry.
So you take a picture, you send them a picture, they'll give you a quote for what it's worth, assuming you guys agree. You ship it off in a box, they credit your account with store credit, and then you can use that to get all kinds of new shiny models like this beautiful
Tell the
chef.
wife, I'm getting rid of these models. Don't tell her what you're getting with the rest of the stuff that you're getting rid of them for.
Exactly. All right. So what else we got, Mark?
So we got 3D6 Wargaming. The thing that makes these overlays that we play on these objective markers. Like, it's so easy. Like, I'm sorry, but I've gotten lazy with playing with the full, like, pie plate objective markers because you're just like on them. It's no longer, I have to pre-measure what I have to be on the objective. No, I'm on it. I'm touching it. So you can get anything on those objectives from your club, tournaments, so forth. They also do not next phase. Just no. But you can just put anything on their custom. They also do pretty good discounts for like large batches. So if you're ordering a huge amount of them, they do pretty good deals on that. But they also make these overlays where you can put missions on here, just basic rule books, terrain rules in the middle would be kind of cool.
So this is for turning your 6x4 mat into a 5x40 format, which a lot of people have 6x4s hanging out from the previous editions. 5x44 is the new standard for 9th. So if you don't want to chop up your mat or buy a new one, get this beautiful battle border by 3D6 Wargaming.
Done.
Put it right on top, get whatever logos or rules or my face, like Mark was saying, on it, and then you get a nice 5x44. Or you could go to our other sponsor, Table War, who is our mat sponsor. They provide all the beautiful mats. Right now we're playing on a Mars mat. We also have cities, deserts, grass, ice, all kinds of stuff. So whatever custom mat you want, you can get.
They're the godfather of mats.
They're the godfather of mats. They are also nick-proof and super lightweight and easy to transport.
We've tested the nick-proof.
You gotta get these mats.
Yep.
Finally,
Go ahead.
Oh no, Big Bear. Talk about Big Bear.
Big Bear. All this terrain, competitive aesthetic terrain. Do we have to go anymore? Like, you can get it unbuilt, you can get it built, you can get it painted. Whatever you want, you can get it. All of us here in the house have designed a board. You have the Nova, Seeks has the Pro Tabletop. John, I don't know what John's fully is. It's kind of cool, though. If you like an alien scheme, like, very much of that slick sci-fi, that's the board to get. And then I have my Chaos board that's actually could double up as a Sigmar board for design purposes.
Yeah, so you get this really cool, awesome terrain. Looks really pretty, very tournament functional. You can get it built and painted, so you just put it on a table and you play with it, or you can get unbuilt, unpainted, and make it your own little hobby project. Big Bear 3D, they make great stuff. Finally, we have Obey Alliance, which is an esports team that's trying to test the viability of 40K as a streamable esport. So doing that through Art of War. So the more you support our channel, click that like button, subscribe button, comment on YouTube, because everyone likes comments on YouTube, the more they're like, hey, people like to watch 40K, we should invest in the 40K tournament circuit and whatnot. You should do that. So helping us supports us and supports 40K, so do that. All right, I think we've done enough sponsor talk for one episode. Let's get into this match.
Let's go.
All right. So we got a unfortunate Dawn of War deployment here with 6 objectives. I had to deploy super carefully because Mark has a lot of really powerful tricks and tactics he can use. So I deployed with my 2 dire vendor squads, orange squad and white squad, screening both my spear squads and all of my really important characters, the Farseer, the other Farseer, and the Spiritseer. And this is basically because Mark doesn't have too much shooting on board to start. The Terminators are in reserve, and that's really the bulk of his anti-infantry from range. So the Raptors, if they pre-game move and advance forward, then move again, and then potentially even warp time forward, they could literally be here when they declare charges. So I want to really make use of my 5 Overwatch and Dire Avengers and make it so he can't declare a charge on the spears or the characters. Over here, I basically did a very similar thing with another Dire Avenging unit protecting my 2-man Warlock conclave and my 2 Vipers, which I'll be using to just get some plink shots and engage in all front points. I put a Dire Avenger unit up on the ruin so that I can make use of the beautiful defensive terrain ability for +1 Overwatch on top of Dire Avenger's natural 5 Overwatch. So I can get 4 up Overwatch in this forest, 4 up Overwatch in that ruin, and have play for all the various objectives. In reserve, I also put 3 solo Warwalkers that are outflanking, 5 Swooping Hawks, and 8 Dire Avengers that are just deep striking naturally. All right. Mark, you want to go?
So, my deployment, just because I figured Nick was not going to want to fight me in the center, is what happens is I put my free Raptor squads here, here, and there. They're all scouting 9 inches just to push to make sure wherever the corner Nick decides to either redeploy or just deploy naturally in, he's going over there. He wants to stay away from this. The free rhino's also here to keep up with just the 5-up emblem coming off of the banner here from the apostle. He's going to give it to all these raptors here and the free rhinos. And everyone's touching this train, so they got that -1 to hit, which really helps me out against that, like that plink fire that Nick has. And then Kharn, no, sorry. Kharn, John's giving me a funny look in front of me. Kharn right here. I got my warp time caster right there. Got 10 cultists and my 2 little dark disciples. Nice. And then in this middle rhino, we got the Havoc squad and 5 berserkers, 2 5 berserkers, and 2 5 berserkers on that rhino. And then the Terminators are in deep strike. Just because I didn't want to go, Nick goes first and just herp derp spears me. I want to keep my Terminators alive as long as possible because that's always a threat. And that's it.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's roll off to see who goes first.
All right. I rolled a 3.
I got a 5. I don't know if I wanted to go first, but I think I did. I don't want Mark going forward and raptoring me, so I'll take it.
All right.
I guess, what is the order of operations between your redeploys and my Phantasm?
Before the first turn starts.
That did not help me. Mine's at the start of the first battle round, after both sides are deployed. So is that right now?
I believe, you were before the first battle round starts?
At the start of the first battle round is when I use Phantasm.
So, okay, so if you use that, I believe I end up doing it before you do.
Okay.
I'll redeploy, I believe.
So you start moving up your warp talons, and John's just going to clarify that to make sure we're not screwing it up, and then I will decide if I want a Phantasm thereafter.
So.
All right. Moving on up.
So, these guys are pretty simple in their pre-game move. They just kind of go up here, get behind this piece, and make it where if Nick wants to interact with him, he has to jump on the other side.
They're both at the same time, apparently. So I don't know what the timing is here. I don't think this is... We roll off. All right.
I rolled a 4.
Mark rolled a 4, and I rolled a 4. I rolled a 1, and Mark rolled a 6. All right.
I'll do this one first, and then you can go ahead and do your rest.
I'm gonna choose. I don't really want Mark to be there. That's scary, but I think I'm gonna have to live with it. This is a tough spot to find myself. If I Phantasm aggressively with the spears to scare Mark, he's got so many layers to his armor. He's just gonna let me trade, and I need to trade up with my spears, not down. So that's not.
Yeah, because the Raptor units are cheaper than your spears.
Yeah.
Significantly cheaper, actually.
I'm honestly not going to Phantasm. We're just gonna let it roll.
Okay. So I'm going to think here about my redeployments. We got that Viper unit. I'm kind of tempted to take some of these guys and just move them up farther. You got 18 inches. If you can get like right to here, you're not touching, so you're like right there instead. I don't need to go past that line really. I want to get him out of that defensible piece. So I'm going to move a couple guys, make sure they still have 9 inch, within 6 inches of
the 5 of Inball.
The 5 of Inball.
Nice.
Just to absorb some of that extra small shooting that you have currently. So right there, and then meow. And this just sets up there where I'm still threatening, but I still have a decent amount of defense up. There we go. And then this unit, kind of thinking the same thing here.
Just really load up on that flank.
Just kind of like puts me in a better angle where like, well, your spears can go up here, but you're in the same place while you didn't Phantasm. You're not.
Remember, I have quicken, so
you
if
do
I
have
pass quicken. I can get to that spot either way.
Yep.
Of course. There's always the. Do I pass quicken?
Do you pass quicken? I think ultimately they're gonna just stay here.
I'm just gonna.
They're gonna keep that -1 just from the so that blink fire could happen. But this is also defensible, so if he does charge into him, I get +1 to hit. So that can help out.
All right. Let's go to that landscape real quick and get it going. Good luck, Mr. Mark.
Let's do it.
All right. Boop. So let's go to the overhead while I do some movement phase shenanigans. I'm going to go up to 9 command points. Let's see what I can do here. If I boost forward 22 inches with these spears, I'm not really interested in charging these raptors because I'll get myself too close to the bulk of Mark's army and get charged and killed. But maybe I'm looking at potentially shooting them.
A couple of them, maybe.
But A little outcropping of the ruin here really makes that a bit difficult.
Yeah, you could probably get like a couple dudes in it, but not a lot.
I think it's really the plan. This is where I wish I had that extra 4-inch range on shuriken catapults too, as a thing I took as my chapter tactic. But I could basically get to here if I pass quicken and then fire and fade backwards to here. And if I do that, I would be a very doable warp time charge from these raptors, which would probably get a spear unit killed, in all honesty.
And you don't want to kill a spear unit.
I don't want to kill a spear unit. But I'm not sure there's too much alternative I have. Okay.
Start of the battle round, I gotta do my free break. I do have a 5 pinball.
It does have a 5 pinball. All right, well, we're going to sneak up this side of the table just a bit.
Get some extra plank shots.
Get some extra plank shots.
Whee!
Right downtown.
Raptor. Is that a 2-man unit, right?
This is a 2 solos.
2 solos.
And then over here. Actually, if we go this way and this way, I think that's better.
Sign some shots against the Rhino.
I'm looking at that Warp Talon, or that Raptor right there.
Okay, let me make sure right there.
Yep.
Touching, cool.
Yep. I'm not trying to really kill Mr. Mark here. I'm just trying to
get away with some planks and not taking any return damage.
Exactly. And then we'll leave these Dire Avengers nice and out, just so I can bide my time with them for now.
Right.
My little Warlock conclave, they're gonna meander about 36-inch range for jinx, or restrain potentially. So they're actually gonna advance and maybe look for some restrain plays to try to slow Mark down a bit. And that's the nice thing about the conclave. I have really far range to restrain these raptors a bit, or jinx, depending on what I want to do. Raptors can get pretty good AP now. AP1 for 1 CP.
No, they're AP1 naturally.
AP1 naturally. AP2 with 1 CP.
Yep.
Really strong there, unfortunately. I just don't want to get charged by multiple Raptor squads. That's really what I'm...
Because, yeah, you're Elder. Your interrupts aren't crazy.
No, so we're just going to sneak up these Dire Avengers a bit. And
the Shiny Spears are probably going to stay back a little bit more again because it's just staying out of that front roll.
Yeah, basically trying to just move up the position a little bit. From
Keep your screens up and just set up for an easier next turn. Remember the game plan. Sticking to the game plan.
And we need to put someone on these objectives so Mark can't just raise them. Although you can't advance and raise, correct?
No.
So you're not going to be able to raise this one or that one right now. So we don't have to worry about that. Now we should worry about objectives for our primary score, but honestly, in a hold 2 mission and Mark having the board control he does...
It's a hold 1.
Is it a hold 1?
Yeah.
All right, so maybe I'll make Mark have to work hard to do it then. So we're going to have every Dire Avenger tugging the force, so I do get that beautiful 4-up Overwatch. Okay. Gotcha. So we're just going to sneak up with these spears and bide our time. I might go for the same quicken play over here and then shoot. But I don't think so. I think we're really just going to...
Just because the second Raptor unit's just...
It's right too threatening right now for the plank damage. I would really like to do something about it, but right now I just don't think I can afford to. And we're going to move our characters out and about to safety. Now, of course, Mark could come this way and jump over my unit, so I'm going to have to do something about that.
Keeping the coherency rule.
Yep. Keeping coherency nice and tight. There we go.
Okay.
So let's move one Dire Avenger down to right here. Just to tag that.
Nick is still playing super defensive, so that means I'm taking minimum amount of damage what I could have turn 1, which was I was a little worried about because that could spiral out of control fast if bad things just kept happening. But
I'm really waiting for the bulk of my army. Well, not the bulk, but the reserves to show up and let me make a big beta strike into Mark.
Right. So the idea there is not like I need to think about how I can force Nick to have to play his beta strike earlier than he wants to. Because I want my Terminators to come down after the Warwalkers come down for power purposes.
So let's just get started. There's not too much to do with the psychic phase. All right. So I think we're going to try to do a nice big old restrain on
A raptor unit?
A raptor unit from my conclave, and I would like to make sure my conclave is out of 24 so it can't be denied. That's good. So just need a 7 here. We got it on 8, so I'm gonna spend a command point down to 8, double the range of it, so we're gonna get 36 inches on restrain. And the question is, do I want to restrain this raptor squad or this one? I think this one, given the way I've spread out a little bit, doesn't have too much to go hit. It can multi-charge, it would suck, but then does have to deal with the overwatch. And that flank I'm just not as concerned about as this one. This is the structure of my army. So we're gonna restrain this raptor units all the way over here.
Okay.
So you can't go barreling into the bucket.
So it just has their movement naturally?
Just has their movement. So best Mark could do with wartime is move 12, and then he could declare a charge, eat a nasty overwatch, and then maybe kill some dire avengers if he rolls well.
Yep.
We'll even back up a tiny bit just to make sure we're all right.
Cool.
Yep. Okay, so that's good, step 1. I guess we are not even in doom range, that's perfectly fine. Nothing to really guide. I'm pretty chill. I don't think there's even need to risk a perils.
You got a few shots.
We will try to cast Protect onto this Dire Avenger unit just to... Actually, we'll do on the Orange Dire Avenger squad since they're upset on the objective.
Yep.
So we're going to fail, but I have my Warlord trait, which lets me reroll the cast, which will still fail on a 5. No big deal, though. This is not the turn I care.
This is the turn to fail.
This is the turn to fail. So we'll shoot the 1 Star Weaver downtown into... one Viper downtown into these Raptors. 2 more games with Harlequins. We are Master Artisans, so 2 hits.
Master
Crafted. Expert
Mastercraft.
Yep. So, oh my god. 2 fails, but we get 1 reroll to wound, so we got 1 wounded AP3.
1 wounded AP3, dice. So 5 weapon bone, we're good.
All right, didn't expect that to do much. We'll do the other Viper. He's gonna shoot this guy right here.
Okay. Because he was in range of them, couldn't see them because of the terrain.
He might not be able to see them.
Yeah, he can see them.
Okay, so we'll shoot that squad just to soften them up. 2 hits.
2 hits.
And 1 free reroll will be 1 AP3. Oh, sorry.
You got all the dice, bro. 6. Nope.
I'll leave some dice over here, and I think that will just about do it for my turn. Mark can't fail morale.
Oh.
So that's it. I didn't score any engagement off fronts. I'm really trying to pick that up later. Thin the ranks, so we're almost at nothing. And the last one I picked, what was the last one? The Scramblers. I guess I'll scramble my Planet Zone because I have Dire Avengers to do that.
Yep.
All right, so that's going to go into Mark's turn 2. He goes up to 7 command points.
7.
And that'll be that.
All right. So let me think here. What do I have for plays over here? So, how many wounds does the council have?
Got a question for Nick here, but you can answer that first, Nick.
Those Warlock Conclave has 2 wounds per model.
Got it. Making sure.
Is it worth taking Asurmen with so many Dire Avengers? I know you were a big fan of him earlier in the year when 9th came out.
It's a great question. This is very experimental. I love Dire Avengers and Asurmen. I think that's been established. And if you're gonna take Dire Avengers and Asurmen, if you're gonna take Dire Avengers, Asurmen makes sense because he's got that 4 Benvalora. The thing I really like about not taking Asurmen is 1, he's 160. You save a lot of points by not taking him. 2, his 6-inch invul aura kind of encourages you to stay in one big blob with your Dire Avengers all tethered to him. And that's not really the way this army or 9th edition wants you to play. 9th edition wants you to be all over the table doing lots of stuff. Like, these Dire Avenger units still have 5-up invuls in this current iteration, even though they're not near my core. Same with this squad, same with this squad in reserve. So I don't know that that's better because it's not just that I'm getting 5 instead of 4-ups. I'm also losing 4 shots per unit by taking the Shimmer Shield instead of that extra Shuriken Cannon on the Exarch. But I think it's worth exploring. So that's what I'm doing. I'm saving a lot of points to essentially have more flexibility in the list at the cost of defense and offense.
Making sure there can't be denied if I'm like right here. For warp time plays. I really want to sprinkle hear you with the rhinos and also have the havocs I gotta get out. And they probably want to go kill a couple spears. Like, I can possibly get them up kind of decently here, but not too much in that line of sight. They can go down this avenue. Still have some problems getting some line of sight. So I think I'm gonna probably go after one of these Vipers and just have to deal with the spears. Like, I think that's the play. Do you have -1 to hit on the Vipers?
The Vipers are not -1 to hit.
But they do have a 5 pinball, right?
They don't have a 5 pinball. I think they just kind of die when you hit them.
Noted. I was checking. So, again, I have to go deal with this flank. So I'm going to go deal with this flank. because I want to put Nick under pressure. I want to take away his board control first and foremost. So, bam, 10 Raptors gonna go get the jobs done. They're gonna go do the Khorn's work.
And this is really what I didn't want to have happen, but I can only restrain one unit, right? So,
Yeah.
There are Eldar lists I've written with has restrain, vibro cannons, and like the Death Jester from Harlequins to really do the movement phase blocking shenanigans. I just didn't take that in this version, but against World Leaders in Dawn of War, that would have been the time to do it.
Nick, question for you. Is this type of deployment typical for you, or is it more dictated by the matchup of all these scary melee units?
I think it's kind of down the middle.
I will say that defensive play is definitely in my wheelhouse of things that I find natural, and this is a pretty defensive deployment. I'm not the kind of guy who typically goes for huge turn 1 alphas and stuff. I find they're full of risks, and I don't like taking risks. But this exact deployment where I've split my army between 2 flanks is pretty much a byproduct of the fact that the mission requires you be all over the board with the way the objectives are spread. As you can see, they aren't just in one concentrated area, they're everywhere. And then the nature of Mark's army, I don't want to give him one direction to run. I want to isolate him and get units to spread out. That way they can support each other well.
Advance rolls in the box. All right, so he's just going 6 inches.
Advance rolls in the box.
Advance rolls in the box. We're going to take this Rhino and then move that back a little bit there because he could have gone for that hole. All right, so Kharn went there. Make sure we're good there. Then, I'm going to make sure I keep my little free here open.
Nick, have you thought much about adding Drukhari allies to a list like this?
No, because I'm going to wait a week or 2 or 3 until I get the new codex and then reevaluate. I'm really excited for them to get their new codex because I think that will give the entire Eldari super faction a lot of more options and plays. But until then, I'm not really considering
Advance rolls in the box.
Dark Eldar as a faction right now, just because the rules are going to change. I can't imagine these 20-man rack units as we know them with the 4-up invulns, the T5, and the coming back to life are going to come. They're not here to stay, I expect. And then things like 10-point Reaver jet bikes, I'm personally of the opinion that that is a typo of some sorts. So I'm not trying to pretend like they exist because I don't think they will for more than a month or so.
They go there. So right now we'll just drive right here.
Interesting. Mark is really going hard on the one flank that I've kind of left with less stuff. He's really trying to play the range game versus my spears, which is super interesting because Mark doesn't have range game to play. But we'll see. He's definitely making a good play to eventually raise this Warfire objective, which I'll have to be mindful of in the future.
How are you feeling about Warp Spiders, Nick?
I love Warp Spiders. I was pretty split between Warp Spiders or Swooping Hawks for this list. I think the fact that they can move a gazillion inches and then still do actions is great. Also, the redeploy into Deep Strike is amazing. Really, the only thing Swooping Hawks have going for them over Warp Spiders is they are 10 points cheaper, and sometimes that's what you got to do.
Sometimes that 10 points is 10 points.
But I think either Warp Spiders or Swooping Hawks are a great unit for Eldar just to help you with mission play.
So I'm moving up here, just making sure that's pretty well defended. I'm still being aggressive. I moved up my rhinos to make sure my aggressive bubbles are still pretty well kept up. But this one raptor right here, these guys, since they got restrained up, they're not really worried about doing too much.
Yeah, they're just living their lives out there.
Yep. All right. Make sure when he moved up, when I was doing that, should have still stayed out of deny range, which is true.
Yep.
Okay. And we're gonna do some check. Do we pop any grenades? Nick is pushing me around. All right. Second phase.
Yep. Let's do it.
So, warp time.
Perils.
That's the CP.
He's gonna auto pass it.
I'm just gonna auto pass it.
So you're gonna take? Does that take the perils and the?
No, I ignore that.
The minimum casting value.
Yep, but I do take one mortal wound though.
Yeah, one mortal wound. So
and before I move them, I'll go ahead and cast prescience because it's my last spell. I got that one.
And that is why the word bearers are so strong.
Yep. So let's go over here. We're just setting up where we can go after those...
The Vipers?
The Vipers, but also that conclave.
Ooh, you're going for my support system. You don't want the restrain from 36 inches away?
No, but also that's just like a little bit of control and toolbox I want to take away from Nick.
I do love that little conclave. This is the first time I'm going to lose the conclave in like 100 games with the conclave. I don't know. Like, there's games where I get tabled, but like as far as assassinating the conclave goes, this doesn't happen. It's pretty cool.
All right, so that's done. Let's go ahead and do some shooting. We just really want to shoot. I think those dire avengers, or we can shoot into that one Viper.
Yep.
Let's do the limited shooting that I do have from these rhinos, though, into that middle squad of dire avengers.
Sure thing. Mark's gonna trigger avenging strikes and make me a happy camper.
I thought you. Oh yeah, you had that naturally.
So this is you're seeing the power of it. Now does Mark want to just not shoot, and then I have more dire avengers, or does he want to shoot, kill a couple, and I get super sand?
Let's see what these guys do against that one Viper for pistol purposes. First with the Raptors.
Sure thing. So,
We'll throw one crack grenade hitting on twos.
the Mark
It
crack
hits.
grenades.
It wounds.
Oh no.
It passed. It did pass.
Powerful. I was ready for that to just be 3 damage. Not that I'm surviving the charge, but you know, now it helps.
2 wounds.
2 wounds, 2 4-ups, I think. Might be 3-ups. That didn't matter. I take 1.
You're taking one no matter what.
I believe I have 6 wounds total. I've never actually played with a Viper before in my life, but I do like them.
Never in my life. All right. Then let's go ahead and do some extra plink shots from this rhino onto it too.
Don't think you have range.
24?
No.
Okay. No, not talk about that one. Talk about this one.
No line of sight or range.
Okay. I saw I have, it's touching the terrain right here, so I saw I had line of sight.
Just no range then.
So we'll just set up all for the dire avengers.
Okay.
We have
-1 to
Kharn
hit.
or Kharn.
The full rerolls to hit from Kharn.
2 wounds.
2 wounds, 2 regular Joe Schmoes.
Take
2
2.
go down. I'll take it.
The other one does not have Kharn range, so he's going to still shoot there, though. Actually, in the next list of this, I'm actually taking Havoc launchers, too, just to add that little bit of splink damage that I need. Did 1 wound.
1 more. All right. Just take it, and we're good. Cool. All right.
All right, next what we're going to do is fire these Havocs onto this flanking unit of that Solo Viper. So, 8 shots.
Ooh, very good. The Havoc's actually doing work.
Kharn.
I forgot there were Havocs. You guys are jerks.
You got 5 wounds.
5 wounds. Now, do I have a 3-up save or 4-up save on the Vipers?
Check it out now.
3-up armor,
So
we'll
it
go
goes
with
to
4.
4. You're just dead.
Fail 4 and just die. Well done, Viper.
Well done, buddy.
You're supposed to be
That makes my life a lot
engaging
easier.
the fronts. Yeah, that wasn't good. Side Vipers.
Sad Viper.
I can't believe I just died to Havocs and World Eaters.
Pew 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 pew. Pew pew. We're gonna shoot.
Was it near anything to explode?
Nah.
We don't want to shoot him here because, like, if I kill one of those guys, the Overwatch can be kind of nasty.
Get that +1 to wound on Overwatch.
Yep. So I think we're gonna call that good there, and let's do some charges.
Yep.
So we're gonna charge these dire avengers, the council, and the Viper.
Really going hard in this flank. Well, I'm going to spend 1 and Overwatch. Down to 7 CP. The Dire Avengers are going to go all into the Raptors. Okay. So, we have 14 shots because the exarch doesn't have weapons anymore. Well, he's got a pistol, so I guess 15 shots. 5s to hit because Dire Avengers. I would be 4s to hit with defensible, so this isn't actually getting extra benefit. Look at all his ward fires. Who needs Dire Avengers? 4s to wound. We got 1 rend, so that's AP4. We'll kill a dude.
Or AP free.
It might be. Just roll, see if you can make a 6.
So I want to take a guy that's in cover.
Nope.
No, he's dead.
And then
Free
I
armor
ignore
saves.
cover, so that doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, that's true. So I'll just take the back guy.
Yep.
And then
So
you
3
ignore
more.
cover, so free armor saves. I did lose 2 free total.
3 total Raptors. And this is why we Overwatch, because every dead Raptor is a great Raptor.
All right. So
All right, AJP3. So you did get a 6-up, but that does not matter. All right, and then for your charge.
my charge, boom, is
5
55.
inches. 5
Which I think
inches.
is gonna get in it.
It is going to get everything.
Yep.
With Piles and Consolidates, he'll probably get everything he needs to attack to where he needs to attack.
So right there.
I think that guy needs
5.
to go to the conclave.
This guy can go right here because he wants to go in the conclave.
Oh, okay, that guy can make it. All right.
Yep. All right. Bam. Get 2 guys in the conclave. Then 2 on each one of these units.
Yep.
So 2 raptors here. 3 dudes on the Viper because I really want to confirm that kill. And then the sergeant. And then onto the conclave.
All right.
I am going to pop 1 extra CP here to Depth of False Emperor on any sync.
So Mark's down to 5.
So that makes it 5s with bonus attacks because of prescience.
Prescience, yeah,
Do I care about a vets here to kill you? I think I do because again, this play here is like
You got a vets.
I got a
You
vets.
got a vets.
So vets,
Down to 4.
and we're going from there.
All right.
All right, a leader has 2 base. World leader, shock assault. Hill's chainsword will be separate. So the power fist. I just broke an axe, of course.
Oh no.
Not the axe. All hit 1 Depth of False Emperor. Hits. Because I have +1. But only 2 power fist wounds.
2 power fist ones listed on the conclave.
Yep.
2 4-ups. Makes 1, fails 1. 1 conclave member still alive, and I got the strat still.
Yep. But I still have his chainsword, and then the raptor dude.
The raptor dude.
The raptor dude. 2s. That's 2 bonuses.
Yep. And then 2s.
2s.
More
lots
ones.
of 1s.
All right, you're saying there's a chance. There's not a chance.
Get out of here.
Mark rolled all these ones. It didn't matter though.
Didn't matter.
Oh.
12 attacks on the Viper.
This should get the Viper, but I have faith. I have faith in my little friend.
That was a 6. Knocked it over with my finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonuses.
Okay. All right.
4 is the wound to Viper.
Looking good on the 3s there. How many are we talking?
Talking this handful.
This handful. I could live this. Is AP 1?
AP1. You can probably make this.
That says I do, and I did. I have 1 left. Yay.
He's a little limping.
He's live. That's nice. Okay.
All right. Then 2 dudes into the Dire Avengers.
Yep.
I probably actually should have popped extra AP here, but I don't know.
Well, Dire Avengers will be taking 5-ups either way.
Oh, the Sergeant has a 5-up. Everyone else has a. Once he's dead.
The shimmer, well, he's going to be the last one to die.
Oh, okay, then you'll just be taking. You don't have 4-up base. You don't have 5-up in base, do you?
The shimmer shield gives my unit a 5.
Ah.
That's why I'm
so used to Asurmen.
Without Asurmen, yeah.
Gold. Then 2s here. That many. 5
5-ups. Oh, that wasn't bad. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 are left. Okay. Okay.
All right. So that's all you
So
got.
now Mark's gonna just consolidate a little bit, and I get to
I'm gonna
slap
trap
out.
this one dude.
That guy actually dies. Here.
Okay, he does actually die.
He
Okay.
dies. I was wondering where the last one went.
So you just go down. So I don't look like I have much of a trap play. I do stop this objective from Nick.
I do need to be mindful of my CP. Although I don't have tremendously powerful strats,
stay there.
getting wrapped is horrible for me. So I always have to have Desperate Breakout in the pocket, at least for the time being.
Yep.
All right, so I guess I'll slap back. I will activate the Dire Avengers. This one's gonna pile in down here. This one's gonna pile in over here. And then hopefully I can survive this and get OBSEC onto that objective still. Mark could, of course, fight twice, but then he's fighting twice to kill a Viper and 3 Dire Avengers. So we got 2 Avengers in the Exarch. The Exarch has a glaive of some sorts, which gets me 1 hit. And that might not wound. Is he strength 4? Oh, what's up?
The 4 wounds. Because you have +1 to wound. You're avenging strike.
I'm Avenging Strike. 4 definitely wounds. I think it's AP1. I'll double check its stats. It's whatever comes with the Shimmer Shield. And then 2 Dire Avengers, 2 hits, and 2 Armor Saves from the Avengers.
Yeah.
So 1 is certainly
one should
dying,
die.
2 might die. Let's roll that Viper. Pretty sure it's got 2 attacks. And rerolls 1 to hit roll and still misses. Siegs, can we figure out what weapon the Dire Avenger Exarch has and what the stats of it are? It is the whatever it comes with, the Shimmer Shield. So we've killed 4 raptors for free, basically. Not for free, Mike's trading here, but 4 with nonsense. That's not too bad.
Okay, so there's one more.
So +1 strength. So I was actually really good at wounding him on 3s, AP2. Actually killing some raptors here. So I killed 5 raptors for free, essentially. Which could actually cause some havoc with the morale test. So speaking of which, Mark, would you like to fight twice?
No.
No, the CP conservation. He's only at 4, so fighting twice would really limit what he can do rest of the game. So I owe you morale, you owe me morale.
You have -1 because raptors have -1.
All right, so you killed 5, and -1 is leadership is -6 on leadership 8. I get 2 or less here. I'm going to consolidate on the objective.
Yeah, naturally.
That's what
We talked about doing that.
I may honestly auto-pass this, which I don't love doing, but it makes sure I have this objective under control. No, I'm just going to roll. I'd have to roll. Really
I'm good on my leadership.
You are good. All right.
+5, leadership 8.
I'm also good on it too.
Nice.
All right. So I'm actually going to score 10 points on primary there. I'm going to go up to 8 commander points to Mark's 4.
Yep, I got to do my prayers here.
Yep.
I'm going to do my 5 of Immol. Got it.
And then for secondaries, Mark, what did you accomplish?
So I took engage on all fronts.
You got 2 points for that?
Yep.
Yep.
So did I also take scramblers? Which one did I take? I forgot. What was that last one?
You took Raise, you took...
Took Raise and Scrambler. The little Dark Disciples here. They didn't have to. They go up there.
They scramble in yours? Okay.
Making that sure that's clear.
All right. So that's not too bad. It hurt, but I think we're going to be okay. Let's go over to that overhead so I can do some movement. And let's see what we're going to work with here. I would like to start getting a bit more aggressive into Mark, but I have to be mindful that the Terminator bomb could deep strike this turn. So we're going to use these smaller Dart Under squads to fall back, but also screen, which is really nice. And I need to make sure I at least limit Mark to 10, potentially to 5, if I can deal with this Raptor unit effectively. Unfortunately, losing the conclave did hurt.
That's why I count one of the reasons I really want to hit that unit, because that was a quicken play, right?
Yeah.
That was a lot of like little toolboxes there, and Eldar really have some problems when you start taking away their little psychers. Definitely, if you take that down like turn 1, yeah, I lost like a unit for killing his small little cheap support piece, but I did get that's a good tempo swing. That matters because he wants to cast those spells every single turn.
For sure. So these Dar Avengers, they're just gonna get a little bit tighter.
When I paddle in here, these 4 dudes are underneath this terrain to make sure they get the cover saves. This guy's
full
out.
army ignores cover.
Oh yeah, it just doesn't matter.
I like where your head's at though.
Muscle memory.
So this unit should really maim this unit, given that it's got avenging strikes up. It might not kill the whole thing, but it should do a number.
Viper's like, get me away.
Viper's a bit concerned. We got screening going on. This is also pretty well defended, given that this is a forest, so I think that's all right. Mark's not likely to get any good charges off that there. I do want to shoot these Havocs away, actually. They're really annoying. They're 2-1s each now?
No, they're T5.
T5, that's a thing. All right, that doesn't help at all. You do have 5 invulns, though?
Do have 5 of them molds.
But killing whatever Mark's shooting he does have could be really powerful here. So bringing in a bunch of Warlockers, I don't hate. I also have Deep Strike and Dire Avenger, so I can do a lot of different plays here. And the Swooping Hawks, of course. So I think we're going to use the Swooping Hawks to maybe scramble Mark's backfield right now. Get that done with.
I wasn't too worried about trying to screen and stop his scramblers just because it would force me to play a certain way, and I did not want to play that way.
Yeah, over here, I think we're going to go for that play we talked about earlier, where I shoot this unit pretty hard with some spears and then fire and fade back to relative safety. If I can basically damage 2 of Mark's Raptor squads out right now and then make that second one less likely to connect, I'll feel pretty good. Or if it does connect, nothing too crazy. 5, 6, 7. Make sure I'm on 12. Everybody, yep.
Yep. Right at 12. Unless you somehow do a mortal wound and I take that dude.
Right. That's true. I could executioner you, but I don't think I'm going to go that aggressive just now. 9. That should really hurt that unit. Let's advance these Avengers. Only 6 inches through the trees. That's all right.
It gets them up in that position. Like, they're not doing anything, but they're getting a good position for next turn.
Yeah, they're getting around the wall for the future.
And out of the forest for this next turn.
And out of the forest. I thought forests were my friends. This Shining Spear
You are
squad
not the Lorax, the trees. You do not speak for the trees.
I'm going to boost up here and use this Dire Vendor squad as a meat shield.
Yep. Shield me. Body block, body block, body block. What are we playing? League now?
Beautiful. All right. And then
Can we play
character
bits?
support is going to follow along. This Dire Vendor squad's blocking out here and holding that objective. I can't really ask it to do too much more.
It did its job. It got you 5 points.
Yeah, we're going to advance it just in case I can find a good use for it. It's going to move 10 inches to the trees, so it's actually going to come forward a little bit. Unfortunately not. No, I don't want to get charged for no reason. Let's use it as a springboard. So we are going to just chill and be sad and maybe survive.
Roger.
Put the exarch on the objective since he'll be the last one to die either way. Call that sufficient. Maybe we need to screen. No, we're good.
No springboards allowed.
I am considering bringing the swooping hawks here to screen this whole front so the red butchers can't do anything too crazy.
So you really don't want me to come down, Stormbolter you, then charge you and do some
I
damage?
do not want you to Stormbolter then charge what's behind. The question is, does this Starweaver spend 2 CP, or Viper, I'll get it right one day, spend 2 command points to shoot those Havocs? That seems like a waste of 2 command points.
Yeah, because like what? It killed like 1 or 2 models last
It's just
turn.
going to hide behind this wall and try not to get shot
And be
in the
happy
face.
it's alive.
Yeah. Between these 2 Dire Vendor squads, though, I'm pretty sure I can wipe out all these Raptors. So let's just bring in the reserves now. The question is where? These Avengers could come in and shoot some Havoc action, help out here. I don't hate that, but then they can't scramble. Swooping Hawks are going to scramble. Do I need to do that now? I think we're going to come into this corner here. Bring some Swooping Hawks down.
Okay. Get some extra blink shots.
Screen out the backfield. 9 from the Raptors here. Will be plenty. And I need to screen the Terminators with my spears. My spears are looking to fire and fade back this way probably. And that'll leave this
Have as a choke point.
little open. But I do have also intercept. So if Mark does want to try to charge me within 12, he does get to eat a free shooting phase. We will bring in some more Walker action though. I would like to get engaged in all fronts. So we will put a Warwalker here. And this will help chew up some Havocs. I think a Warwalker here, where 36 can take us pretty happily to the Havocs. I really want to kill these Havocs because they're actually quite powerful into the Warwalkers. And maybe one over here.
Try to get that engaged in all fronts. Set up multiple layers.
Yep, exactly.
Say what? I'm quite happy to go ahead and see them now because I'm trying to force Nick to do early game stuff instead of waiting for his late game. I want to try to push his sustain up.
Push the sustain.
Push the sustain.
All right, so I think that's going to be it. Let's just go to that psychic phase. I do have 1 Dire Vendor squad still in reserve.
Yep.
Not sure if I'm happy with that, but we're going to see how it goes. So psychic phase, we are going to start off with protect onto this spear unit from my Spiritseer.
Yep.
Which passes on an 11. You are within 24 if you'd like to block
That's
it.
protect. So let me think here. Whatever spells you got left, you got.
God, Doom, Fortune, Jinx. The whole.
Did you lose? Was that your only source of quickening?
It's my only quickening.
Oh, that's nice.
Probably should have wrote my list better. It's been a minute since I played Eldar.
And that one was, what was you, sorry, you cast protect.
I cast Protect onto the spears. Although I do actually think Quicken is the least important of the powers, but you never want to not have Quicken.
No. I think I want to stop, if I stop any spells, Protect is it, because that means if I try to help him initiate a trade, even if I kill you, like, you're not surviving.
Yeah, let's roll it.
Let me think here. I think this is the place where I do it.
Mark's going to go down to 3 CP and not
I'll
block
stop it.
Protect. All right,
Okay.
so now I have a free reign of Psychic powers as long as I can get them off. The Doom Executioner Seer is going to doom the Raptors. Doom does not require line of sight. On an 8 will go off.
Yep.
Now I'm feeling pretty good with that. We're going to Fortune these spears. They should be pretty happy with Protect and Fortune up. This is the Guide Seer. That fails. I think that's a Runes moment, so I'm going to reroll both the dice. Into another fail.
fails.
So that sucks. There's no Fortune up. That is a big
Protect.
deal. Protect passed a while ago. You tried to block it,
fortune,
failed.
sorry.
Fortune failed.
Right,
We are now going to guide this unit with the same Farseer. He's used runes, and he fails again. This is a command point moment because we just can't fail as many powers this turn. Passes on 11, so guide did go off, so I'm down to 7 CP.
So that should confirm that kill there with Doom and Guide.
That should. Doom and Guide ignores cover. This should just kill you. All right, I think that will... they'll tag cover with these two. Just about do it on the psychic base stuff. Yep, all right. Shooting, well, let's start off with the shots here. All 36 catapults into the Raptors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.5.
You can do 18 times 2.
Now. You must roll them all at once.
All right, guys, remember the Gore Daddy bet is up currently.
What happens if I win this bet, Mark? What is the dice bet for me winning?
I call you Lord Skyrunner.
No, I want something cool.
Lord Skyrunner is not cool?
I want some good stuff. Whatever the chat. I'll listen to some chat suggestions. What should Mark call me once I win this dice bet? Rerolling some hits. Good, solid, 32 hits. That is math. And then we need 4s to wound with Rens, or with Doom. Very lovely there. You're probably just dead already, but we're gonna re-roll the wound just for good measure. That was a really good roll.
Look at all those Rens.
The re-roll wounds didn't actually get us any more Rens, but the first batch of Rens made up for it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 6-ups. And then a bucket of armor saves.
So I'll take a bucket of armor saves real fast because they're all just in there.
Yep.
I think it just died.
I think it just died. There's like 4 guys left and 8 Rens.
Yep.
Actually, there's 2 guys left. And 8
There's
Rens.
1 guy left because you killed one from here.
Oh, even better. All right, and we're going to spend 1 more command point down to 6 to fire and fade this squad.
Yep.
All right. Let's see where they can go. They're going to go 7 inches. Tag the ruin for that defensible terrain bonus.
They don't get it.
Bikes don't get that? Oh, that's
it's only infantry.
Well, we're not going to tag the ruin then. Well, we might, but won't accomplish anything. We're going to go... We're still going to go this way, though.
We got Gundam with a $5 super chat saying, call him the Wild Flamingo.
The Wild Flamingo.
Love it, Gundam. Thank you so much.
You know, I'm going to go with that. Mark, you got to call me the Wild Flamingo.
Okay.
I'm going to tag the ruin just so if Mark does try to charge this... No, that's too close. We're going to just go backwards. You got to remember world eaters are scary. Oh,
so you have protected, but you don't have fortune.
That's correct. So this spear squad is damageable. Not easy to hurt, but it's definitely damageable. Let's do some shooting. Let's do the Dire Avenger unit in the corner into the Raptors.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. They don't have avenging strikes yet. So 1 6-up and 5 armor saves.
5 warmers. 1 6-up.
Oh, I made that.
Hey!
2 are down, and then we'll do it with the Avenging Strike unit, which has 5 models plus an exarch for 11 shots. Yep, they're going to be hitting on 2s with Avenging Strikes, and wounding on 3s, triggering Rens on 5s. This should knock you out. Just 1 Rend, but 6 armor saves.
6 armors.
Got 2
Lose
more,
2, and then the Rend.
Got the squad. Beautiful. So, the Warwalker, as much as I want to kill these Raptors, the Havocs are the more threatening thing. So, we're going to do the first Warwalker into the Havocs. It's got 2 star cannons. We'll see what we can accomplish. We got 1 free reroll from Master Artisans.
Which one's shooting here?
The back one, not corner.
Okay, that back one. Gotcha.
3 hits, and free rerolls will be 2 wounds, AP 3.
5 of them wounds.
Fails them both. 2 down.
Take the sergeant. And taking this one.
All right. This one's going to go downtown and shoot him as well. Got range to all of them. 4 shots. Reroll to hit. Will be 3 hits still, and 3s to wound. Will be 3 wounds, 3 5-ups.
Big one.
All right. We are hurting the Havocs, but I'm not satisfied until they're all done. So we will shoot the last Warwalker at him again.
Gotcha.
Will be
Which unit is it?
That Warlocker.
Okay,
gotcha. 4 hits.
4 hits.
And 4 wounds. That should knock you out right there.
So we got 2 guys gonna roll 3 5-ups. Yeah,
he rolled 3 5-ups. Okay. Let's do some swooping hawk shots into some cultists. They all got range. We're just gonna doop. We got 20. Nope, they're scrambling. They are not gonna.
They're not doing that.
Gonna do that. They
not messing with the scramblers.
Yep. All right. I think that's just about gonna do it. So you owe me morale on the one Havoc who's not a sergeant.
Not a sergeant. He has leadership 9. He lost 4 dudes, so he's good.
Oh, is he within 6 of the apostle?
Yeah, he's right there. He's base to base on him.
You know, you never know. All right, so that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna get 3 unengaged in all fronts. Thin the ranks. We killed now 20 raptors, so 2 points.
Yep.
There's some other stuff, but 20 raptors is 2 points. Engaged in the ranks. What's the last one I took?
Scramblers.
Scramblers, and we're almost done with scramblers already, which is great. All right, so that's going to be it for me. Mark's going to go up to 4 command points and head on off into turn 2.
Yep.
Primary, Mark is going to score just a 5.
Just a 5, same as Nick.
I got,
oh, no, you got
a
10. That's true. So let me set up here to be a little right there. Raptors have to go deal with this.
Raptors don't have to do nothing.
If I do anything over here, Raptors have to go to handle this part.
You're not thinking about doing the Terminators over there?
I've thought about putting the Terminators right here at this choke point, but that sets up where this other Chinese unit is in a good spot. But you don't have quickening. So like 22 makes it where you can't jump on the other side of this wall. So let's go right here. If I can fill up this choke point right here, I can make it where the Terminators are not probably going to be shot by Shining Spears over here. Because this unit's pretty limited. Because you don't have a way to swap in the quickening, correct?
I cannot swap in the quicken. I just don't have it anymore.
Yep. So we can go after this. We can drop the Terminators here. We can set up some shots to go after those guys here. We may get out some Berserkers here. Maybe set up a warp time. Be the best spot. Now, I think we're just going to deal with this unit.
Question for you, Nick?
Yeah.
Do you know why you prefer, why do you prefer Shadow Weavers over the D cannons?
I think the range bracket of the D cannons and the way that 40k works these days just doesn't lend itself to happy times. So by that I mean indirect fire is great, powerful shots is awesome, the price tag is a little pricey, but 24 inches is where I get stuck, because if I'm in 24 inches of armies like White Scars or Raven Guard or any Tyranids or anything Harlequin, Spears, perhaps the Dark Eldar faction in 5 minutes, Chaos with Warp Time, Slanesh Demons, just the whole meta apparently can charge me if I'm 24 inches away. So I don't want my indirect fire guns being charged, and I just don't see a world where that happens. I do like D cannons. I just don't think they actually work with the way 40k is played these days competitively.
So these Raptors are setting up here.
I would have really liked to pass Fortune. As you saw, I tried. But sometimes that'd be psychic powers.
You can advance, go minimum 14 for his warp time. So 16 right there.
Yep.
So I can get right here and stay out of the die range. What I actually think is going to happen is this Rhino is just going to drive forward, block this choke point, right? Where those Shining Spears can't exist here. They're not fast enough where like 1 or 2 dudes can get right here and see. And I'm not scared of 1 or 2 dudes shooting me in that way.
Makes sense to me. One thing I dislike about this other army is that it's so tech to kill things like Space Marines. It probably doesn't have enough anti-tank in it. Especially when you consider the fact that Bring It Down just changed, which means more tanks will enter the meta. So
over 10 there.
I probably do need to readjust for that in the future. But this is just like, you know, back into Eldar, get the groove, get the feelings going.
Yep, get those feels.
It feels good to be back. I haven't played my elves in quite some time.
I think I will ultimately send 1 Berserker unit just because I have to go deal with this guy. Take that away, that sets up more take away some of the easy engagement ways, but also it gives me a unit back and go back here, hold this objective later, push this Rhino up here. So let's figure that out here.
We've got a $5 pound chat, super chat.
He'll
from King
advance
Hef.
minimum 1.
Thank you so much, King Hef. And his question is the firepower of the 9 cannons worth 450 or so points, Nick?
The Shadow Weavers,
yeah.
honestly, in my opinion, no. with respect to the meta, again, there's just a lot of 2-up armor saves in the game right now, and they bounce off 2-up armor, save for the Rens. Now you get a fair amount of Rens with rerolls to wound from Doom, but is that worth 450, to your question? Why I like the Shadow Weavers is if you build around them properly, they can become your Wobby Stanley fights, and nobody wants to chase down 9 individual Shadow Weavers that go in different directions and do different things, just rob you of those 15 points. So if you build a list that wants to do that, I think that's where they become into their own.
Thank you so much for that super chat, King Hef.
Great question, by the way. Boop. And this is stuff we talked about super in detail in the War Room yesterday, and also like much more in depth. So if you are interested in these high-level theories with the way Eldar and other factions need to evolve with respect to the FAQ and the meta and all that stuff, check out the War Room. Siegs will leave the link for you. That's where we teach 6-7 classes per week. Do weekly coaching games just like this one, except we explain the whys of what we're doing. Mark will explain what he's measuring and planning and all that stuff right now. And then, of course, weekly meta-analyses, strategy sessions, and you got a panel of expert world-class players to help you in your 40K endeavors. What you thinking, Mark?
So I'm trying to set up where I'm keeping you pressured on all your fronts. If I let you fight you one at a time, like I'm just kind of like getting blinked apart by that point. So I need to stress your sustain, your ability to hold objectives at the end of the game, because that turn 5 scoring is really important.
Mm-hmm. Which rhinos have?
So this has 5 dudes, 10 dudes.
All right, I'm gonna do this real quick just so we can tell. 2 units of berserkers in there, 1 in here, and 1 in here.
All right. Vin.
Mark is doing a really great job with these World Leader Rhino Berserkers. They're super strong in the way 9th edition's played because they can just poop out really powerful obsec that trades really, really well onto objectives from midboard.
Yep.
And me with my lack of anti-tank isn't appreciative of that.
These cultists, hold on, let me think here. Cultists next are, I got a Solo Havoc. Solo Havoc's gotta help somewhere. So Solo Havoc is just actually just gonna come over here.
Solo Havoc, I don't like that guy.
Go over here, get right there. Plink some extra shots here to help support this Berserker unit.
Is he in the forest or not in the forest?
Not in the forest. He wasn't fast enough too. He only moves 5 naturally.
Poor guy.
Welcome, Satan Nulfur, to
the Terminators.
Art of War membership. Really appreciate your support and joining the channel.
Woo!
Appreciate you. Thanks so much for joining. And as a new member, you get access to our Wednesday paint streams as well.
Yep. So members of the channel, not only do you get the sub badges, the emotes, early access to our videos like Codex reviews, but also a weekly exclusive hangout and hobby just for members, Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. But you can also go back and rewatch it anytime. And then King Hef is also asking about fire prisms.
Fire prisms, I just think, are a bit too pricey for the firepower you get from them. If you look at similar priced things, they... Like the way the 40k meta has evolved, it's just like things like Retributors, Plasma Scepters, they make fire prisms just look like terrible tanks. Not that fire prisms in a vacuum are terrible tanks, but relative to how much offense people can get for their points these days, you gotta play differently.
+1 to so
It is cool though, because fire prisms do give you some weird ghetto indirect fire capabilities, which indirect fire is quite powerful. But it's not true indirect fire.
Knocked over some of these guys. Bloop, bloop.
This is exactly, I mean, I'm not saying this is exactly what I wanted Mark to do, because he's still got way more models than I'd hope, but spreading Mark out is what I wanted to accomplish here, and it seems that I'm doing that, because now I can isolate different pockets and then control those sections of the board.
Yep. So, let's drop some Terminators down.
Terminator time!
Terminator time!
Where are they going, Mark?
We're setting up to make sure I can do some damage here. Blink some shots there if needed to. Really just trying to take you off of some of your board control.
Yeah, once the Terminators are really causing me some pain here, because Mark is employing a tactic I actually taught about in the War Room in detail. Basically, by having powerful deep strikers in reserve in your close combat army, it makes me want to screen and come forward with my screens to keep the Terminators from killing everything they do. When my army comes forward, it allows the Raptors and the Berserkers and things to charge them much more naturally. So, excellent use of the Terminators in this list. And
we do not want to touch the train.
do not want to touch the train.
Because that makes it where you can see past this little angle here.
That's true, and it's not like you get cover from me.
Yep.
Interesting. Mark really has shifted from going hard on his left flank to now central and a bit more to the right. So really cool how the army can shift its center of gravity on the blink of an eye like that.
Yep. Which is one of the reasons I pushed up a little bit, but not crazy too hard.
Yeah, I'm really trying to get Mark to overcommit to a flank, and then I can abandon the flank entirely so I can keep Mark's army stranded. And he's not letting me do that, and I'm sad.
Put those guys there. And then we got to figure out. I think that's really it. No, I do need to do one thing with these cultists, actually. These cultists don't need to be strung out. They're as hard. They need to make sure they're within 3 inches here, though.
Of the characters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of this character particularly. Because that just kind of forces Nick, if he wants to like shoot at him, he has to put so many units and then also picking up these guys, which means he's not putting damage on actual bodies.
Right.
So this guy did not want to touch me. Okay. All right. So let's go into some shooting. Or second phase. We're gonna warp time some world leaders, guys.
Warp time Raptors works.
Warp time Raptors.
While John isn't here, there's a question for him. Is John the Art of War painting grot?
You know, he's taken it upon himself to try.
Yes. I still think I've painted the most. I think I've painted like I don't know, probably like.
I can assure you that I am not the painting grot. I will tell you that. Although when I did the orcs and the Tyranids, it definitely felt that way.
You did the orcs like years ago.
It still sucked.
I'm the one that done all the other works. All right, so we're set up there. We do need to make sure that like one Terminator kind of touches here, because I am going to probably try to leave this objective here.
Yeah, the Rhino, and you want to abandon it. I gotcha.
Yep, the Rhino is set up for a 9-inch charge.
Oh, the Rhino. That is not a 9 mark. I don't know what kind of save measure.
It has +1. It's a 10 normally, but goes to a 9.
Okay. That's still, is it?
Yeah. Because my one has to go measure from the hole right there to the tip.
Yeah. Yep. This is 10.
Brr. All right. So we do that. Then we set up for prescience. And prescience is just going to go on these raptors.
Yep.
That goes off.
That goes off. Good.
All right. Some shooting time now. We're just going to put some shots. These Terminators are going to put 32 Storm Bolters here.
Yep. I did tag that ruin so Mark can see me. I wanted that cover save. I regret the cover save.
I regret the cover save. That's why I set up right here in case I plinked one away.
Yeah.
All
right, so 32 Storm Bolters. And what about those Reaper autocannons?
Those Reaper autocannons, they're probably going to go here. Just try to plink away some damage there.
Can they see those guys?
That's true. Make sure that he could have. That's what was... Sure. Yeah, we got that guy right there.
Okay. You got it.
So probably go over there.
All right.
All those Storm Bolters there. So let's go with the Reaper autocannons.
Yep. This one for the Forest.
Forests, but rerolling because of Kharn.
And Kharn is all hits?
All hits.
Ooh, very good. And 2 is to wound.
2 is to wound, 2 wounds, AP2.
3 wounds?
3 wounds, sorry.
3 wounds AP2 will be my 5 invulns for the Shimmer Shield. And only 1 going down. Boink. And now I'm a 5-man unit. Yay.
Coherency is easier. On to the Swooping Hawks.
And this is why I like the 8-mans on the Dire Avengers. I find that if you just do the 5s, yes, you have nicer coherency and blast rules, but you don't really make use of Avenging Strike. It's just not the same. So I like these medium units. Anywhere up to 10, honestly, is pretty good.
All right. You got these saves so far on the Swooping Hawks.
All right. We're going to do 3 at a time because the exarch
the second half after.
Yep. So.
Exarch's dead.
Another dead. That's a squad, all right. 4s, the squad's dead.
Okay, I didn't need to ever have a shot. Noted.
You might have. I just rolled really bad on 3-ups to start.
Okay. We're going to take this guy's 2 bolters and put up onto that Dire Avenger unit on top of the ruin. Freeze. Looking at 4 saves.
4 saves. I'm going to just clear the dice tray out.
Yep.
4 saves onto who?
Onto that 3-man.
Oh, onto the 3-man up there. I am in a ruin, so I'll be taking 3-ups. And failing 2, so we'll just have our exarch left. That's okay.
Okay. All right. We got this round here, and he did purposely touch because he wanted to shoot these dire avengers, but I don't think I'm within 12. So no. Do we want to avenging strike them yet? Not really.
No.
We'll go ahead and put some extras here.
I'm more durable because Mark doesn't want to shoot me. The theories do work.
All right. Not within range of Kharn. Force. You got 2 more saves on the bikes.
2 saves, 2 2-ups, just regular dudes. Oh, I failed one and no fortune. Boop.
Aha.
All right.
I am at 5 CP. Boop.
No, you're at 4. You were at 3 because you tried to deny power.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. That's true. Check, check. Crack grenade.
It misses. There is a god.
It's like you've been crack grenade a couple times before.
Your crack grenades have bad touched me so many times.
We're going to shoot this rhino over on those avengers. All hits. Got 2 wounds.
2 wounds on those avengers?
Yep.
All right, 2 4s, 1 go down.
Slowly trying to take them away.
Definitely.
All right. So we're going to take all the raptor shots and just go ahead and plink onto the shining spears, because if I kill one of them, that's not a bad thing right there.
Yeah, of course.
All right, prescience. And Vin. Force. 3 wounds.
3 wounds. This is on who?
On the bikes.
3 wounds on the bikes. Not another one. Yay, no ones.
Yay, no ones.
All right.
Okay. Vin. What do we want to do here? Sink some charges. Checking.
Some charging.
The advance. They did all there. Let's do some charges.
All right. What are we thinking, Mark?
So, I want to engage them. I want to pile into them is ultimately the idea.
The Dire Avengers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck. They have some stuff to do.
Let's take
Things
this rhino going here.
Yep, not gonna Overwatch. Double ones! All right. Mark failed.
Does that work for CP?
9.
I don't think so, really.
All
I
right.
think it's better saving for that one. So we're going to charge here. Onto this far flank. That's probably CP there.
That is a 2-inch charge through the forest. Let's see. Mark's gonna go down to 3 CP to try to make it. This is gonna be big. Mark makes it on a 7.
Yep. So 7, got in there all day.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be the end of that Warwalker. But he made Berserkers go into the middle of nowhere, and I'm all right with that.
Okay. So, think you have a 5 of pinball right on this, or is it T5 or T6 on Warwalker? I can't remember.
Well, that's a great question. I haven't used Warwalkers in quite some time. I definitely know it has a 5 pinball. It might only be shooting. I'll have to double check that too.
Okay.
Siegs is pulling it up. So it's T6, 4 up armor, 5 up invul all the time.
Gotcha.
6 wounds.
So I want to set up where
10. They're so fast.
if I kill you, I can pile onto this objective, get multiple layers on that objective. Also set up for a little bit of a wrap, if needed. All right. So, yeah.
All right.
Cool. And Vin, we did that rhino. Terminators are not going to worry about it. They're trying to force plays. Vin, this rhino is not going to worry about charging there. We got raptors and the bikes.
All right. I'm going to spend 1 to Overwatch.
Okay.
You are going to fail, or you're going to pass. You're right there. So I'm down to 5 CP.
Yep.
I got 36 shots and 9 lances. Here's the exarch with the star lance. He actually hit. All right, here are the 8 laser lances. They're all in range right now. I am guided, thankfully. This is one of the reasons I really wanted to pass guide. I knew this Overwatch was coming. It's 2 hits. This one is strength 8, AP 4. Will eat a guy. And strength 6 will not eat a guy. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll roll 1 more guy after this.
Yep.
These are some dice. Hand me 4 dice, John. Thank you. This is all of it. See, let's go to the landscape. Thank you. 6s. I'll just pull these 6s aside, and then we will re-roll the rest for guide. A lot of 6s on the first batch. Beautiful. And now some more. More warp fires, please. Warp fires, be with me. I will take it. 5 more. Very nice. Very nice. That's like a lot of 6. This is like a mark/Siege amount of 6s right here. I like this. All right, so you force the wounds, 6 lower end. Not too great on the wounds, but I will take the damage as it comes. 5 armor saves and a rend.
5 armor saves.
2 more.
2 more and a rend.
And 3 more. So 4 raptors for free right there, or for 1 command point. But that really, I'm probably going to walk away with spears unless Mark fights twice. And he might not fight twice because I might kill him first. So let's see if he makes it. He goes 3 inches.
3 inches. Gotta make it all day. And then going right here. All right. So what we are gonna do is pop. I do need to kill this unit. I did kind of want a couple more.
He's only at 3 CP, so if he spends any to make himself better in combat, there is absolutely no fighting twice. That's a huge deal.
Yep. So I need to make sure we got this set up. Got a lightning claw over there. We can try to hammer you out. CP there. If I spend 1 for extra AP, because I want you to take those 4-ups because you have protect.
I have protect.
So that goes the 4-ups. Vets and Depth of Officer. I think I have to spend all 3 of them here just to confirm because you can probably kill me on the swing packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I don't kill the spear unit, that's a huge tempo for trading.
Yeah. So Mark,
Really not what I want to do. I wanted to lose like 2 or 3 in Overwatch.
So what are you spending all your command points on?
So I'm spending on extra AP.
Yep, so that's
Depth
1.
of Lost Emperor on anything.
On +1.
Yep, with +1, so 5-ups. And then Vets.
Okay, so you're doing Vets +1 Overwatch to Death of Lost Emperor, which actually 4s because you're prescienced.
Yep.
And,
No,
5s.
5s.
Okay.
Imperial goes to 4.
Funeral goes to 4, I'm sorry, yes, because you don't get it normally. I'm going to spend 2 CP for lightning fast reactions because it'll make him hit on 3s, and it'll trigger Death of False Members back on 6s instead of 5s. And like Mark said, this is a huge tempo swing.
Yep.
I don't usually like using lightning fast reactions because I don't think -1 to hit is worth 2 CP, but -1 to hit and changing the explosions is where I think it's worth it.
All right. So freeze the wounds.
Yep.
All those.
These are AP
4-ups.
2.
AP2.
4-ups. All right. Oh my god, I rolled like Siegs. 1 and 2 wounds. Okay. All right. Guy dies and a wound gets carried over.
All right. Sergeant, World Leaders, Lightning Claw, and then his Chainsaw will go afterwards.
3's to hit. Lightning
to
fast,
hit.
doing strong.
1 wound to AP free.
1's 5-up. That's going to kill that spear.
Chainsword. Chainsword Death of All Sippers. 2 more wounds at AP2.
2 wounds at AP2 will be 2 4-ups. We'll kill another spear. So you got 3 spears out of that, which was not bad, but certainly not what you wanted.
Yep, not really what I wanted. But I did at least cripple that unit out.
I now also don't have to worry about fight twice, pretty much for the rest of the game, since Mark's not really going to get back to 3 CP. So I'm feeling
we'll
pretty
just
good
base
about
all
how that
those
works.
dudes.
Yep, so I'm all based. I'll just, you get to your next combat on the Berserkers.
So these Berserkers will set up where free will swing.
This poor Warwalker. Poor Walker.
Poor Walker. Lightning Claw. So this is him. Then these are 5s, rerolling his Lightning Claw. Yeah, free wounds at AP2.
3 AP2s would be 3, 5, 6 up, 5 pinballs. So he's got 3 wounds left.
And then the 2 basic boys.
2 basic boys. And of course, there's another fight for free with these Berserkers. So even if I do survive this, I'm not surviving round 2.
Yeah, 2 wounds AP1.
But maybe I'll get to kick them first. I'm down to 1.
Chainswords.
Chainswords.
Chainswords. No wounds there, and then I'll fight again.
No? Oh yeah, you fight again before I go. I'll interrupt.
What? Stop it. 5s.
Just 1?
Reroll, Lightning Claw.
yeah.
3 wounds.
3 5-ups, coming in hot, not coming in hot. Do I explode? I explode! What do Warwalkers do when they explode? Do they explode like a mortifier? They should. They really should.
3 inches,
1
Okay.
mortal. That's not D3 mortals.
Boop. I'll take it, that guy.
Flat 3 mortals. D6 mortals. Beautiful. All right.
All right.
Warwalkers. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty happy with these. I've never used Warwalkers before either. This is a game of first for me, and I'm very, very pleased with them so far. They're just really annoying. And their firepower is actually legitimate. Okay, so let's kick your butt with some spears here. I'm not on an objective, unfortunately, so I'm not going to get Hunters of Ancient Relics. 3, 4, 5 regular dudes. Hitting on 3s, no guide in close combat. Wounding on 3s. I didn't need it, that's 6 AP force. Sorry, wounding on 5s, I didn't charge, but I got 5.
AP 5s, at least 1 dude.
And then I have the exarch with a star lance, which has 3 hits and didn't kill you. So 1 raptor's left, but unless that morale's a 1, he's going bye-bye. He's going bye-bye. All right, so that's another in the ranks for me. So that'll put me to 3. Real quick to recap the scoring there. Mark killed 3 spears. I could fail that morale check. I don't. I need to roll 6. Over there, he killed 3 avengers. I could fail that morale check. I don't. Over there, he killed 2 avengers. I cannot fail that morale check. So we are good. I'm going to go up to 4 command points. Mark is at 0.
Okay. 5 of them won't.
5 of them will does not go off, and you can't re-roll that. So I have Mark got engage over here.
Engage here, and I have a quarter there. So I get 2 points.
2 points, yeah. That one, could he have moved further? No,
yes, he could a little bit.
All right, so I'm just going to do that for you.
Yep. Thanks, sir.
Okay, so you got engaged for 2. Your raising is not now.
Yep.
And then the other one you took was scramblers. You didn't
Scramblers. Doesn't scramble anything yet.
Okay, so that's going to be it. On my turn, I'm only going to score 5 on primary. That is a-okay. That turn went pretty great for me. All right, let's go to that overhead. My 1 Dire Avenger here is going to finish off scramblers and contest this objective for me. All in 1.
Up, down, and over, so he's on advance.
If he advances, he can't scramble, so he will just go down and not make the objective. And scramble. That's okay. I'll contest it with something else, like maybe my solo Warwalker or Viper. There's a lot of Berserker pain coming to the train station. I don't like that. I need to do something about that. Let's make a plan for this turn.
Mark, how are you feeling after that turn?
That turn hurt a little bit more. I really wanted to put down that spear unit. Really, what I think I should have done, I forgot about the guide here being bad. So I should have gone after, shot bolt pistols here, and put storm bolters, set up everything to kill this Dire Avenger unit, or really whittle it down and shooting, and then charge the unit over there, but did not have guide. So I think that was the correct play. That may really cost me here. Otherwise, I'm in a decent position. I am forcing him to get some hard angles here if he wants to get to Terminators with spears. It's like the second unit. This first unit can go over here, but we're trying to get into this game where we trade. At one point, we're just gonna have a really bloody turn, and we're just gonna have barely anything left. That's kind of what I'm trying to set up for.
How many berserkers are in the rhinos?
So I still have 20 berserkers floating in rhinos total.
Yeah, no, this game is far from over. It was just a good turn for me.
I just have lots of layers, and I have lots of the little fret bubbles. And Nick's army is not tough. So it comes down to how many times can he take a hit on the chin is what I'm trying to set up.
That's Eldar. I have to play the game to not get hit, and Mark has to play the game to hit me on the chin.
Yep.
Very interesting match, actually. So over here, I'm going to tag the Ruin with this Viper so I can see a variety of Berserkers and stuff. Although, actually, if I go over here, I could potentially knock out that Sorcerer, which I do want to do.
He has 3 inches right here.
He has 3 inches right now, but I can kill 10 cultists.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to set up, units to go after 10 cultists to make it hard for you.
So these Avengers are going to just advance 6 inches total, not even make that objective. They would make it to rapid-fire cultist range.
One dude?
I mean, it's a straight line, so pretty sure they all would. 18 inches, yeah. So we'll just do that, and then maybe we'll fire and fade them to get to this objective, or we don't, and we just let them happen. I have another Dire Avenger squad in reserve who I need to figure out what I'm doing with there. Probably deep strike into a corner and shoot outward. I really need to do something about this. Hopefully I can shoot this Rhino away. Mark has no CP, so Doom should work. I think now's the time I sack this spear unit, which still has to deal with annoying coherency, unfortunately. So
It sounds like you kind of wanted just to fail leadership to make that easier.
no, I like having spears, but it is, this is the price you pay for running 9-man units. I'll tag that objective.
Just for this tight spot, I don't think he can get it because he's 3 inches out.
Okay, we'll just go a little tighter.
Yeah. Okay.
And this Warwalker will come not too far forward, but far enough where it can contribute a little bit.
Wait, I forgot one thing.
Yeah.
The one Solo Havoc.
Shoot the Solo Havoc.
Solo Havoc is going to just go into that last Dire Avenger up there.
Oh.
One hit.
1 hit.
1 wound.
He's got the 5 up invul. He lives actually because he's got cover. You're AP2 on the Havoc?
AP2, no, AP1.
I live because I have cover.
You have cover.
3 up armor.
You're good.
We did it.
We did the thing.
All right. Okay. Let's advance this Dire Avenger unit. 8 inches is plenty.
They're just not going very fast this game.
They just want to shoot a rhino. That's what they want to do with their life. Hopefully doom the rhino and shoot the rhino. And maintain the screen for the spears also. That's important.
So the 5-up won't hurt a little bit this turn, just because that means the spears at point blank range are just going straight through and I don't get 5-ups. We don't have to worry about the layers of shooting here and those guys, possibly picking up berserkers.
But if these go forward and they want to fire and fade backward potentially, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, these Avengers, they are not happy with their lives.
They're in a weird position.
They are. They're just going to sneak up a little bit, and I think move blocking will get me pretty far here with the Warwalker and the Avenger. Just for some point damage on this rhino. I do want to kill the rhinos because they're 1 point each within the ranks, and that's not huge, but I didn't take Scythe in the ranks to get a max score. I took it because I need to do something here. He's got one left. This unit of Avengers, honestly, they're chill. They're minding their own business, on an objective, isolated. They're happy people. So the plan is going to be to come forward with the spear unit, shoot the crap out of this berserker rhino, fire and fade back. So that means I can potentially get even more laser lance actions and not much. I can basically just get my exarch starlance and be safe.
One thing I want to point out, Nick, that I'm noticing here is this is actually a really good demonstration of why you wouldn't take Asurmen, is if you want to split up all these Dire Avengers all over the map.
Absolutely. And that's, it is theoretical, of course, like whether or not Asurmen is good or not, but I'm experimenting with not taking Asurmen specifically for this example of spreading out and still being toughish. So the Farseer with Doom's Executioner is going to go over here. Guide and Fortune can show back here. Mark doesn't really have firepower to scare him. Same with Protect Dude is going to sneak up here. Cast Protect. And then I have to bring in my last unit of Dire Avengers. I think I really want to make Mark a bit confused about how he wants to handle it. So let me see where I can show up.
You can't come off my board edge.
This is a deep strike.
This is a deep strike? Oh, you used the webway. Okay, sorry. I was thinking you outflanking for some reason.
Oh, good. Oh, good. But hopefully these should be able to mow the cultists away, no problem. And then I have enough star cannons going to warp time. Man.
So that was an outflank for some reason.
No, Eldar can just deep strike, which is much better than outflanking. This will also provide me some firepower if need be to put. I'm not going to be in the forest, of course. I don't want to be slow leader. Enough firepower to potentially help out versus these berserkers. They're all of range. We'll see what happens there. All right, I think we're good to go into shooting. So let's do Psychic Bat. Yeah. So
Psyche.
we are going to guide the large unit of spears with my Farseer, which fails on a 6. We're going to spend a Ruins reroll here to reroll the 1. Into a 1, no guide.
I'll take it.
That's not great. We are going to Fortune the large unit of spears, which fails on a 6. I'm done with that Farseer.
Not just done with that Farseer.
We're going to Doom the Rhino here, which will pass on the 7. Marks out a CP, so that does pass.
Yep. Is that from that one back there?
That's Guide Fortune.
Okay.
This is Doom Executioner.
Gotcha.
He's going to go for. Well, first we're going to protect the spears here. See what that can do. He's done. Oh, he's got a smite. Yeah, he'll smite.
Yep.
Smite pass. Protect failed. I have a reroll for it. 2 damage from the smite here.
Okay. And protect failed.
And then that protect I have to reroll with my warlord traits, which does pass. So these spears are protected. The large unit. So that's going to be it for my sacrifice. Guide Fortune both failed, unfortunately, but that's Eldar. So let's do some shooting. Let's start off with these. Those Avengers have 6 shots, and 6 shots can't kill 10 cultists, so that's not good. Let's do this This Dire Avenger needs to maybe pop out there. So we will start with that Dire Avenger squad in the corner into that Rhino over there because it's got nothing else they can shoot at.
Go ahead and get this out of the way.
Get this out of the way. Get some information before I make the rest of my decisions. So 14 shots. Sergeant's not in range. 3s. And 5s and 6s. We got 3 Rens, so 3 6-ups, and an armor save.
3 6-ups, an armor save. Take
Takes
3.
3 damage. I will take it. Alright. I didn't tell us much, but I'll go with it.
The chipping is working.
The chipping is working. We're gonna do the small Dire Avenger squad in these cultists just in case. I'd rather knock this out with Dire Avengers than save the Star Cannons for the Sorcerer.
Yep.
So those Dire Avengers with Avenging Strike into the cultists. Avenging Strike is strong. 5 hits. 2 is to wound now. 3 are gonna die, and then 2 armor saves.
2 armor saves. Make 1. So lose 4.
Lose 4.
So ultimately, what I want to do is leave this one guy right here. I can take these right here, and when he dies to morale purposes, it's fine. Or to coherency rules, it's fine.
Yep.
He's doing the job.
Very clever. All right. So I don't think it'll take all the Dire Avengers to kill them. So I'm gonna put 1 Dire Avenger into the Havoc just to see if I get that rend, and then everyone else is gonna go here. Exarch has got a pistol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus an Exarch's pistol into the cultist. 3s to hit, and 3s to wound. 6 is rend. Ignore cover, of course. 3 are gonna explode, and then 3 6-ups for the last bit of it. We'll kill the unit and get me another thin the rank point. And now the Sorcerer is ripe for the picking.
You got the 1 into the Havoc?
Got 1 into the Havoc, trying to get lucky. Both miss.
Noted.
All right. We will start off with this Warwalker who's got limited line of sight into the Sorcerer. We got reroll here. Will be 4 hits, and then 3s to wound. With a reroll there, will be 3 6-ups.
3 6-ups. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. All right. That's huge. No more warp time, no more depressions. Mark's army is a lot less mobile now. That only took 1 Warwalker, so let's keep on going. Let's do the large spear unit into the Rhino. This is with guide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spears. And the Exarch I will roll separately for the Starlance. 3s to hit. No guide, unfortunately. 5s to wound, but I did pass Doom. Doom is working. Honestly, Doom is more important than guide most of the time. Overwatch is the notable exception, but I'll take it. 5s and 6s. So I'll pull out the 5s, pull out the 6s, then we'll go from there. Do you have an invul right now? No, you failed this turn.
I failed it this turn.
Not a good turn to fail it. Beautiful amount of rends. So we got 8 rends and that many 8 armor saves.
Here's the rends.
So
I'm going to take 6 there. Drop me down to 2.
Rends are AP3. Those are also.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking if I had emeralds. I don't have emeralds.
So that should just kill you.
So it just kills me.
Yep.
So see if I explode.
Nope.
I do not.
And then would you like to emergency?
No, because I have no CP.
That's true too. All right.
I do lose 2.
2. All right.
All right. Move this over here. Take 1 from each.
This was the back squad of spears, who I'm going to fire and fade after this, but technically you don't know that yet.
Yep. So we're going to make sure all these guys here touch.
Getting a nice cover save that doesn't matter.
This is true. But it's also defensible.
It is defensible. You can overwatch with those right. I get +1 to hit and close combat. It
Yep.
matters, yeah.
It does matter.
I think these 2.
These guys, yeah, I got to do these guys. I was just like, man, what am I doing?
Yeah. 3 inches.
So
I don't think defensible is honestly going to matter. If I charge you, you're going to die before I'm done.
there's always a chance.
There's always the chance.
So.
All right.
So we're just going to go right here. And then we're probably going to put the second unit right here.
Yeah, keep that one nice and safe. Now, I still have the Dire Avengers and the Spears to shoot with, so it's not totally out of the woods. And then from the other side, I still have the 1 Warwalker and 1 Viper to shoot with. So
Yep.
I got plays. 3 inches isn't going to get you the whole squad on that side of the wall.
But more obstacle on the objective.
More obstacle objective is never a bad thing.
So right there.
All right. And then that Rhino's done, and I killed 2, so 2 units of 4 is what popped out?
Yep.
All right. So let's see what my line of sight is for that Warwalker and that Viper. And let's see what my range is. This Viper can see everything, has range to everything. This Warwalker is not interacting. We spend the 1 for Fire and Fade, which drops us down to 3. Hopping right back onto our side of the Great Wall of Dire Avenger. I love the Great Wall of Dire Avenger. I actually am really liking not taking Asurmen. As much as I love Asurmen, the mobility of being able to spread out, I'm loving it. I guess that's very Eldar of me. Do I protect Unknown Fortune just like last turn? I'm feeling good about that. 3 CP for lightning fast if I need to. Feeling good about that. All right. Dire Avengers, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that can see you. Exarch is one of them, so really only 5. They all have range to that back unit. They'll all shoot the back unit.
Gotcha.
They are not avenging strikes just yet because Mark didn't want to trigger that with random bolter shots. So 3s to hit, and then 4s to wound. 6s will suck. Oh, it's a wood fire. We got 1 armor and 1 rend.
1 rend. Take it. 1 armor.
Good. I'll take a berserker.
Berserker.
All right. The spear squad here will shoot some lances. They all have lance range to the close unit, so all the lances into the close unit, all the catapults into the far unit.
Gotcha. So
here are 5 lances into the close unit. Star lance I'll do after. They're not buffed at all. Here's the star lance. Yep. This one's 2s. Nope. This one's 3s. 2 AP4s will kill 2.
2 from the front squad.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the back squad. Alright. 3s don't wound. What am I doing? 5 rends will mostly kill your unit if you want, and then we got 6 armor saves.
5 rends. Try to grab dice.
We're good.
Here you go.
Alright. Let's start trying to chip away these Terminators, honestly. I think that's going to be the next big push I have to make. So we'll start with this Viper. We'll just doing some pot shots on the Terminators. Which will hit once, miss once, reroll for free, 2 hits, 3s to wound, 2 invulns on the Terminators. Fails 1, D3 damage, will kill a Terminator.
Will kill a Terminator.
Alright. That 1 Warwalker is going to try to shoot the Berserker unit here.
Okay.
I need to still be respectful of that thing.
-1?
-1 for the Force. Maybe I want that Havoc, actually. He's kind of annoying. No, we'll just shoot the Berserkers. They're
okay.
scary. 4s to hit. Ooh. Reroll 1 of them. 2 hits. Actually, do I ignore Force too? I have to check.
No, you just ignore to the benefits.
2 AP3s on the Berserkers. 2
Those 2.
Berserkers. All right.
I don't really care about the Sergeant at this point because I want to get him out of the woods. So
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, I think that just about does it. So we're going to go over to the charge phase.
Yep. I mean, not take the ones that don't have defensible. Not be a dummy.
Promise it's not going to matter.
Just in case.
Spears here are going to charge just... if I charge Terminators... How does Red Butchers work? They...
+1 strength and I fight twice naturally.
Fight twice naturally. So I'm going to die. I'm going to get obliterated. They move 5. There's no more time. I can deal with that later. I'm just going to charge the Corn Berserkers here and sack these spears. So 8 inches. We're going to go around like this. Not engage the Terminators.
Be cautious of your coherency rolls.
Be cautious of coherency, but I don't think it's going to take all the unit to kill 2 Berserkers, so we're going to do that, and honestly, that should be sufficient. Not engaging Terminators, of course.
Yep.
Over here, we are going to actually attempt the YOLO 9 into the Havoc, just because then I'll steal it with OBSEC. I'm not in a forest. We didn't get the YOLO 9, and I'm not wasting CP there.
CP, bro? CP?
Not CP.
No CP.
Last will be the Warwalker, who's trying to charge the Rhino. Finish the move block, 3 inches will do it.
And contest that objective.
Gonna contest the objective. And now Mark won't be able to get the unit in here because it would be within 1 inch of some models. So just like that. He could go that way, but that's keeping this Dire Avenger unit nice and safe. All right. Let's go back to something else and do some charging. I don't think I'm worried about Mark. Yeah, Mark has no CP. Spears, Berserkers. Here's the Exarch with the Star Lance. 3 hits and 2 die.
2 die.
Okay.
Pew, pew.
So that was that. We're just going to be on the objective. I don't think there's really much move blocking to be done. I just want to exist here and call it a day.
Just be done.
Warwalker's going to kick your Rhino. Got a free reroll. Nope.
Rhino. No hits.
And we based you, so there's no shenanigans.
Yep.
All right, so that's going to be it for me. Mark is going to score another 5 on primary.
5 on primary.
Those berserkers only morale?
Oh, they know. They lost 1 from the explosion. So 8 goes lost 2. Can't die.
Can't fail, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so no morales for Mark. I scored another 3 on engage on all fronts.
Yep.
These are avengers over there. I score scrambles. I finished for 10 with 1 solo dire avenger. And I believe thin the ranks, what did we kill? 10 more berserkers, 10 cultists. A rhino is 3. 3 more points on thin the ranks. All right, and it's going to go into Mark's turn.
All right, so this turn really got to clear up this squad and this dire avengers. Melee here. So the Terminator is really going to try to do this. Deal with these 2 dire avengers on shooting. And deal with this bike squad.
And Mark's at 1 CP now as well.
Yep. Berserkers. This one's just jumping out at 4. Jumping out at 4. Honestly, he's kind of tempted to just run this way instead. But extra bodies here is not bad.
Were they able to clear the forest with that or no?
Yeah, they were both right here and here.
Okay.
They're just going to go actually right here. They do want to still touch it. And the Havoc dudes want to touch it now too.
Be a little tougher to shoot in the following turns.
Yep.
Yeah, just holding that objective. Because even charging dire avengers with 2 berserkers, while it will work if you connect, the Overwatch could just kill you.
Exactly. So I got to get these berserkers out here. Really, we got to clean up some house. So,
how you feeling right now, Mark?
It's a little awkward. Oh, I knew that was going to happen at that turn, but I'm trying to end up on top with the trades. So, what we're going to do here.
Want some berserkers?
Bring out some berserkers. I need 4.
I don't think you can do that.
I can go between this path.
You have to disembark the whole unit first.
Oh, that's true. That's
and
true.
And then you move the squad, so
that's
you
true.
can fit the whole squad in that spot. That's
let's think here. I can put guys up here on top.
Yep, but that'll just slow them down a lot.
And then, let me think here. Do I actually kind of just want to send them over here to clean up this unit, that unit? Make this unit have a harder time getting there at this moment. And, because the Rhino can actually do things later, so.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to do, is trying to funnel Mark this way, keep that Dire Avenger unit alive. It's going to be the end of this objective in the Viper, but the Viper is keeping Mark from raising it, and that's, good enough for me for now.
So, this guy goes there, because Lightning Claw. Bam.
Those little small tactics, like the placement of the Dire Avenger and the Warwalker to move block the Berserkers, that would have been explained in super high detail in the War Room during my previous movement phase. So if you're interested in really seeing the whys for why every particular movement us players in the Art of War do, check out the War Room. It's all the good stuff's in there, I promise.
These Berserkers, I'm going to ultimately get them out. Now is the time. And we're going to go try to set up for multiple raises for next turn.
Multiple raises for next turn. I just have to keep throwing crap onto my own objectives to block the raises. And as you notice, I'm not really paying much attention to my primary because it's just not possible to hold it against Mark until Mark's tabled. So I'm really just trying to keep pace, keep Mark's score low by contesting and being very particular about placement, and then worry about the rest of it later.
So you got putting Kharn in here now, but I think I'm going to wait, because it's all about doing that. It sets up a raise for next turn and some killies, but we can wait. We may jump actually into that right now. We're going to jump these little Dark Disciples in here. Go right there.
Yep.
Before that thing moves.
Before the right move makes sense.
And I think I'm going to put the Apostle in there too, because they already have a 5 involved naturally. We'll go there too.
All right. So I don't have to worry about the 5 Benville, but pretty much everything that would worry about it is spread out or dead.
Yep. So...
This is also what I wanted to try to do with Mark's Terminators a little bit. As you'll notice, they are the slowest unit in his army with no warp time. In one corner of the table, they're near 2 objectives. They're kind of near the bulk of my army, but they're also isolated. I'm really trying to isolate units of Mark's all over the table. Because while his army is super fast at times, only one unit with warp time is really fast, and the rest of it just walks 6 inches and charges. So I'm trying to abuse that as much as possible, especially now that I've scalpeled that warp time from his army.
I think I just want to drop
Take
Kharn into that rhino
Take
also.
warp time.
If he does that, let's think here. If he does that, he gives me those objectives. Kind of just giving up this objective because the spear unit's here. I think I want to still put it over here, just to force some plays. I can surround him real well, basically where a shoot and charge is not going to get there. And then he can possibly try to put some real damage on Bike's next turn. All right, so let's go here into
The psychics.
some psychics, which are done.
They died. All right, into the shooting.
Into the shooting. Throw a crack grenade into that solo viper.
Not the crack grenades.
Hit.
Hits.
I
A
wound.
wound.
You die.
Like this. Doesn't explode. It might be close enough to matter. It doesn't. All right, viper down.
All right. Put the solo havoc that can see just the edge of your model with his barrel into your one guard.
This havoc.
2 wounds, AP1.
Oh, the havoc. No,
2 damage.
Dire Avenger down. That's okay. You scrambled.
You scrambled. Get that OPSEC out of here.
Made some eggs before you died.
Then, oh yeah, they are not touching. Just in case they need a charge here.
They were very deliberately touching. Do you want to not touch?
No. When I was trying to say while I was declaring my movement, I'm deciding not to touch at the end of my move phase. I'm like, this is one of the ones, my last decision. I will not do it.
Go right ahead. Fine with me.
Set up some insurance. So, let's take the...
Just to clarify, this charge is more than a 7. You need to roll a 7.
Yep. Storm bolters. What we're going to do... Storm bolters go here.
They are protected, not fortune. So I have
No,
to-
on the
Oh, on the Avengers.
on the Avengers.
Got it.
So I think I'm gonna end up I got how many storm bolters left? I killed 1 dude.
Killed 1, so you have
that-
7 storm bolters and 2.
Yep.
Autos.
So we'll put the auto cannons here,
It's the Avengers on that
and then
side.
3 bolters here, and then the rest of the bolters here.
All right, 4 bolters down here.
4. No, we'll put 5 bolters. 20 shots. It sounds pretty good.
20 shots sounds good. Now, unfortunately, this turn shooting is actually quite powerful for my Dire Avengers. I am -1 for that forced.
Yep.
So those 3s. Mark still got a lot of 4s there, though.
Okay.
All right.
One more reroll.
Okay. Rerolls there from Kharn, and then 3s to wound. Not great on the wounds, thankfully, but still a lot of pain coming my way. I got a
Everyone
bunch.
but the sergeant last.
Yep, sergeant's last. We got
was pretty
really
good.
good saves.
Lose 6 dudes.
Well, average saves actually just looked good.
Average. Look really good in the spots.
Yeah, 6 go down, so I have 2 models left in this unit. And I will make that charge much harder now, and through a forced.
Yep. All I'm trying to set up for is kind of put you on that bad leadership spot, and it makes you hard for you because you have to go. If you want to go straight to the objective, you have to go for the forest now.
For sure.
So here it's gonna be storm bolters.
Yep.
Kharn. Yeah,
Kharn
4.
getting full rerolls there. It really helps.
But
out
it's
this
only
Dire
1
Avengers.
inch.
Oh, 1 inch.
It's a 1 inch aura.
All right. 3 go down. That's not spectacular, but okay.
The Reaper.
Reapers. Really good hits on Reapers.
Twos.
1.
AP2.
Maybe 2. So 5 bindles either way.
Yep.
And hopefully I'll still have some Avengers left here. I will. 3 more go down. I will have 2 models left.
Yeah, I'm trying to take away that OBSEC.
Yes, and that's why, again, why I don't like the 5-man Avengers, because they're just tough enough with that 7 and 8-mans to survive a little bit. As you saw, I had 1 Dire Avenger with the scramble,
Yep.
2 over here, 2 over here. I find that 7 and 8 to be the
Rhino going into the Warwalker.
really 8-mans.
You got actually 3 wounds. Good old job, little Walker.
Walker not messing around. Walker
Takes 2.
Takes 2.
All right, then we're gonna take that Rhino, put that into that 4-man in the middle.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, 5 hits, and then 3s to wound.
got 4 wounds.
4 wounds. And
It's all the same.
Yep, exarch last, because I definitely just want to have avenging strikes as long as possible on that 5 invul. Okay.
All right. Then Kharn's gonna shoot his pistol here It actually is always overcharging. He only takes a mortal wound on one. Kind of cool. He does not. Well, he does not take a wound. He does a invuln save here.
1 invul save on the spears is
2 damage. Free.
They're not protected. What am I saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Alley-oop. All right. Then, what we are going to do is shut that out again here. We're gonna try to YOLO this charge here because I just want to take away your engage points, right? Nope.
No YOLO charge for the berserkers, helping me get engaged with those avengers. What do we got over here, Mark?
So over here, Kharn's going in.
Oh, poor spears.
Oh
no. Mark's busting out the tape.
Moment's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Let's go ahead and take. Check. Berserkers to Terminators going here.
Terminators charging. Berserker Terminators.
Berserker Terminators.
9 inches. Pretty
9
far.
inches. I'm just setting it up.
Thankfully, I like to create little isolated pockets so that you can't multi-charge two effectively. And that's, I guess, what we're seeing.
All we're going to be doing here is just set up, make a hole where you can't get the car until last. Yeah.
That is quite all right. All right, let's move on over
then
here. See what charges we got going.
That Rhino going in.
Rhino's been in.
Rhino's in.
Rhino has been in. Oh, that Rhino.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's going in, basing both of those guys.
Yep.
Real close. Bloop. And then those berserkers charging those dire avengers. I got that, maybe.
Maybe.
No, they got it because you have that one guy out in the open.
He's in the open, yeah. I might actually overwatch this one. I think I'm going.
I think a lot of them can't see because this piece is blocking.
Well, if you want to bend down and tell me, and then I'll make the decision.
Yeah, like 5 of them can't see.
Then I'm definitely not going to.
Four of these guys can see.
That's fine.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Okay, and then let's go
over there.
Here.
Charging there. Reality, I probably should have put no, because I need to kill this one thing.
Yeah, you didn't know the Viper was going to die to the cracker. Maybe you knew, but I didn't know.
I can feel it in my bones. So, if we set up to go over here, that's a lot safer. But taking away this Warwalker, because those guys are a problem, but they don't have Avenging Strike on them quite yet. So charging in, just take this guy off.
Yep.
And then we are planning to get models onto the armor container and some guys here, touching that ruin.
All right.
Yeah.
The ruin, again, does not matter.
Well, defensible.
Oh,
no, it doesn't matter.
True.
I have to end everyone on there, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
So, go right there.
All right. Okay, let's do
The only
some...
place that you have it would interrupt us here.
Yep.
And we're going to take the Red Butchers and go against you. So,
going to be the end of the spears.
we're going to have 5 attacks each.
Uh-huh.
So,
maybe there's a way. Maybe it can happen. I survived the Red Butcher Terminators fighting twice, and Kharn. Kharn fights
here's
twice
5
too?
dudes.
Yeah, I can
twice.
survive this. I can survive this easy. I don't even know how we're rolling this, Mark.
Do it.
I don't even know why we're rolling this.
You said you may survive.
I'm doing this for you. This is so you can have fun over here.
This is 5 dudes. Swinging in with lightning claws. Strength 5 lightning claws, actually.
That's great.
Rolls.
These poor spears. They didn't ask for this.
Alright, you got this many minus 2.
This many minus 2? Is this it? That's all you got for me, Mark?
This is only 5 dudes.
Oh, see, that's it. This is 1/4 of the total Terminator attacks, and then there's Kharn. Okay. That's fine. I rolled really well. No, it just looked good. Come back. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dead.
Done.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. And the Terminator
All right.
consolidate.
I'm going to consolidate. Pop the 6-inch one to do it.
Spend his CP to get a nice big old consolidate. What are you thinking with that?
We're going to go trap this guy.
Gonna trap my Warlocker, you say? That sucks.
So right here. Oh, yeah. Pylons. These guys go up here. They get closer to him instead of those what's called. When they did their pylons.
Overhead seeks. Thank you.
Kharn's gonna go here.
I was trying to be subtle.
So leave the hole there, and then these guys gonna go 3 inches, and then 6 inches again.
Mm-hmm.
Bam.
Okay. All right. Terminator's coming in, trapping the Warlocker. Very good use of the trap. Now, I do have the CP to Desperate Breakout if I want, but I don't really want.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
I don't want. I might have to because the Marco is doing really good to keep the Terminators on the objective protecting Kharn, so I can't really ignore this problem, but we'll see. Maybe I can... We'll see.
Let's see how well I can string this out a little bit, because if Kharn's on the middle, has a 40 mil. See if this is even possible. This is something we will do in the war room to kind of see what type of plays I can get here and see if I can anchor that out. Yep. Bam. And what that does is that sets up where Kharn can heroic in any of these directions, because he can go straight in a line. Let me make sure I get these guys all out correctly.
And this is something we would explain super detailed in the war room. But basically, Mark is trapping the Warwalker with his pylons and consolidates, and then he is also surrounding Kharn so that Kharn can't be the closest for the purposes of me shooting him.
Yep.
But Kharn has alleyways for him to
heroic every single way. Because even if he puts a model here, I can just go in a straight line and get within 1 inch, because he has 32 mil bases, which are really kind of hard to hide in that angle.
Really good war room tech right there. All right, let's move on to some other things.
Those berserkers going to pick up them up? Do you want to meet the relics?
They're done. No, if you could just pick up those dire avengers for me.
And then everyone's just going to come touch that defensible piece.
They did good. I wish they were still here, but they did good.
They did good. Okay. All right. Then these guys are going to swing onto him.
Yep.
We'll do that lightning claw dude first.
I'm just going to say he died too. Between 2 fights, we saw what happened. Does he explode is a good question, though. No. So Warwalker down as well. It was a really good retaliation turn for Mark, actually. I lost a lot of stuff.
Let me sync here real fast, because I am within 10 inches here. So I got to see if I kill you in the first activation.
The first fight, yeah, okay.
That's
then,
matters.
Then Mark could pile and consolidate into those Avengers, and that would be...
So lightning claw first.
I had 4 wounds left.
Yep. We're all take 3 so far.
All right, pass all 3.
Nice.
This is going to be big.
All right. Each dude. These eggs are winning on 4s though.
Yep.
Not quite as good as I wanted on those hit rolls. All right, you got 5 wounds.
5 wounds. Okay.
I need a little bit more there to kill you in that first swing, but I think you just failed them all.
I just failed them all. So you do get to consolidate, and if you want, you can engage the Avengers over here.
Which I want to do because you don't have a lot of attacks, and that means you're not shooting me next turn.
I do have 2 CP to fall back and act normal.
But that's forcing you to do things, right?
2 more CP. Yep, down the hole.
And also, this is also setting up a move block.
Ooh, the move block.
The move block, you'll say? It's practically just 9 inches. And means also, can you fall back and charge with that stratagem too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So they'll activate those dire Avengers.
Yep. I couldn't get in there close enough to base you because I was within 10, not within 9.
Yep. So we're gonna do the shuffle 3 inches this way, get a bunch of attacks, then we'll consolidate.
And that means he can't desperate breakout. Oh no, he has desperate breakouts and
I could do that, but that's all 4 CP. So let's do some swing decks. We got 7 Avengers plus an exarch. All right.
Pretty good hits.
Good hits, yeah. Oh, I have to do the exarch separately. I'll reroll everything. So here's 7 Avengers. Way worse.
Way worse.
That's how it always goes. 5s to wound. 2 armor saves.
2 armor saves though. No. Good.
All right, and the exarch. 2 hits.
4's a wound.
Yep. 4's to wound. 1 wound AP2.
Take a dude.
Good job.
We'll take that bad guy because he don't matter as much.
And then we're going to consolidate a little bit.
Yep. Can't get on the objective yet, get you up, but it takes away resources from.
Yep. I'm just going to swing around. It's probably. I'm just going to do this and see. It is not enough to get to the objective just yet.
Fall back.
So I'll have to use weird jank to get to that objective if I want to go that way with it.
Yep.
All right. And then last but not least, the Warwalker is going to kick these Terminators in the face.
I got to do the rhino.
Oh, not the Rhino.
No, it's
Not the Rhino. All right. Both those guys are base. So here's the 1 Avenger. He hits. He does wound.
2 up. On these ace?
No, this is the
Rhino?
Rhino, yeah.
Oh,
I did it with the Rhino. Exarch with his lance thing. Double ones.
Done.
And the Warwalker. 1 hit. Master crafted. 1 hit.
Yep.
1 wound.
1 wound here.
Yeah.
2 up. We good.
Oh, he tried. All right, so that's gonna be it for me, or for Mark rather. I actually owe him rounds. Yeah.
You got here and there.
6. So no.
1 too bad.
They are bad, and then 1
attrition
or
test?
2. Oh no, the squad's
Take 'em.
done. That's a huge swing. Over here, don't
Same
do that
case.
again. Fail the morale, and hold it on tight. So 1 dude's left. Okay.
So now you kind of see where I'm talking about, like trying to push Nick's sustain so hard because now you practically have a few units left.
I don't have much left. Neither do you, but
No.
we said 2 offensive armies hitting each other. All right. So I'm gonna go up to 4 CP.
Yep.
Mark got 3 for engaging all fronts. He's everywhere. Raising, not yet. And then scrambling. You didn't scramble again.
I didn't scramble again, which means I have to do it in the last 2 turns.
You're gonna have to scramble twice, and you're running low on the units, but you have a lot of random infantry crap.
Yep, which I'm trying to force.
Yeah, for sure. So let's go ahead, and we are going to go to the movement phase, and we're going to advance the Dire Avenger Exarch here. He's going to go 9 inches through this forest if he wants. Or sorry, 10. 10 goes to 8. So he doesn't make it. If he goes around, it would be 3, and then 7 would make it.
Okay.
So he does make that objective, which is beautiful.
But I have Obsec currently on
I have
there.
Obsec. I'll have to do something about that if I want to stop it. I need to deal with these, and I'd also like to deal with this. I got quite a full plate. I could ignore the Terminators and just fix all the problems Mark has put in my backfield. 5 inches won't get me off the objective onto an objective in either of these circumstances. So
Yep.
they're just gonna. They honestly might. You can't fall back and do an action, so Mark could disembark and do actions all over the place. If they fall back and feign to retreat, to shoot and fire and fade, that'd be 3 CP. I wouldn't be able to desperate break out the Warwalker. That would be a good way to contest this objective, though. It's probably my only way to contest this objective, though.
I think so. That's your only way, because that's your only unit left over there.
And I need to contest this objective and that objective, otherwise Mark's going to get too big of a score on primary. So we're going to spend 2 CP for the Dire Avengers to feign to retreat.
So you're just not worried about this Warwalker here? You're just giving up on that play?
Unfortunately, I think this is too important with you taking raise the objectives, and you can see like the power of it. Mark took raise the objectives, so
I'm forcing those plays.
I'm doing stuff I don't want to do right now. Actually, what we could do is now that we can charge, we can keep this thing alive and charge the Rhino. Use that Rhino's free move to, they're using the distance from the Rhino's free move to then consolidate and steal these objectives. So I'm going to do that. He could just barely get not onto it, so he's right there. Shoot the crap out of these berserkers, no problem. 1 or 2 might live, but that's not the biggest deal. So I'll be at 2 CP, and I don't have to spend 1 for Fire and Fade if I do it that way. So I could desperate break out the Warwalker and then try to hammer this out real quick.
Yep.
So I think that's what I'm doing. I'm desperate to break out the Warwalker, see if I accidentally kill myself. I don't. I'm going to go 10 inches, and we'll just meander off over here.
Help!
Is this too dangerous? Is he better off over here? He's better off in the corner. I like corners. Okay. So now I can shoot these Terminators to death and assassinate Kharn. Kharn can't fight when he dies. So we're just going to bring the pain train into the spears, or from the spears onto the Terminators here. And that should be plenty to deal with this. And that'll be the last of Mark's true offense. He'll also have straggler berserkers, but they're so isolated and so vulnerable to the little firepower I have left. I'm not too worried. I do have to contest the objectives here. Siegs, if you could pull up my list real quick and remind me who has the Phoenix Gem. I believe it's the Bike Seer, but I want to be correct. That would let me contest this objective with the Bike Seer, and then he should resurrect if Mark kills him, because he'll do damage to something that killed him when he dies. And that would be lovely, especially because Executioner will solve most of this problem. I planned it properly. So he will contest that objective, so Mark can't raise it. Mark doesn't really have much shooting left, so this Spiritseer can wander about. He's got no denies and just do his thing. I'll probably jinx these Terminators and just knock that right out. And then this Farseer, he's just gonna walk, I guess. Maybe do a charge if need be, shoot a pistol with his life. No, he wants to guide. What am I doing? Can he guide from back here? Oh, he can guide from back here. Okay. So I think that will be it for the movement phase.
Yep.
Off to the shooting phase, psychic phase. That's the important one. We will start with Doom from that Farseer into these Terminators.
Okay.
Doom's going to pass on a 7.
Doom's going to pass on a 7.
And now we'll just do Executioner into those Berserkers, knock them out if we can. Reroll with runes. Fails Executioner.
I'll take that. That's kind of big.
That's pretty big. All right, so we're going to try to guide from the other Farseer onto the big unit of Ikes. Which will fail. This guy sucks at casting powers.
He just does.
We're gonna reroll the 1 with runes and fail on a 6.
Again.
I'm using big dice for this dude. Big dice, big numbers. All right. He's actually gonna change his mind a bit and go for a smite into these berserkers. I need to do something about them, which does pass. And 2 berserkers.
2 berserkers.
All right. The Spiritseer is gonna go for jinx on the Terminators. Big dice, big numbers. Big dice, big numbers, got the 7. Terminators should be going down like butter with Doom and Jinx up on them. So that is problem solved there. Oh, these dire Avengers, they want to do anything? No, they're just going to bother the Rhino, I guess. Okay. So now shooting phase. The jet bike Farseer is going to shoot into the Berserkers.
Yep.
See what I can get accomplished. 3 hits and 2 armors and a rend.
2 armors and a rend. Were you weren't hitting on 2s. I'm touching.
Oh. Yeah.
You could have touched.
Okay, thank you.
Stop doing that. How many was it?
2 armors and a rend.
2 armors. We're good.
And a rend. 1 down. All right. So we're getting there, but that's still scary. The Farseer is going to shoot a pistol. Hit. 1 armor save.
1 armor save.
We got it. All right. Let's do the 1 dire Avenger here. He will shoot the Havoc, just because 1 shot can't kill. Yet he did not wound. All right. So
What you got next? Got these guys.
I got those Avengers. They need to charge the Rhino to make my plan work. So they're going to shoot the Berserkers.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Sergeant will shoot a pistol also. So 3s to hit. Not great, not bad. And 4s to wound. Like some runs here. We got 2 runs and an armor save. I'll take it.
2 runs. Moves 2 and armor save.
So 2 more down. So there's what, 2 left?
Yep.
All right. That squad's still super scary, but maybe I'll survive now, even with their fight twice. Let's do all of these spears, dunking some Terminators. We will do a lot of shuriken catapults. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess first I will do the lances just to be efficient. Here's the Star Lance. It hits. Here's the other lances. I did fail guide again, so that sucks. And then 2s to wound here. I did pass Doom. And I did pass Jinx. Reroll to wound. Will be 7 invuls total, 2 damage a pop at -1. And that will be 7 dead Terminators.
7 dead.
Maybe I can just knock it out with the shuriken catapults, and then I can just worry about charging Kharn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the catapults. 4s to wound, hit with Jinx. Should be the end of it. All right. So the Rens will be 6-ups. If you want to just take those. And the rest of the armor.
Separately. They're gone.
They're gone. All right. Terminator's donezo. And that just means Kharn can live his life over there. So they shot. They're in combat. He shot. That little junk shot. I have this pistol from the Spiritseer. Can't do anything.
Yep.
I think what just brings us to charges. If you want to go that overhead siegs.
What you got for some charges?
Spears are going to go into Kharn over here. 7 inches. Beautiful.
Whee!
They're going to put themselves in a position where they can then close out the game on the next turn 4. At least that's the goal. We got plenty of objectives going on. We've got Spiritseer and stuff. I even probably can trail back a bit to really ensure that I hold this with a variety of models.
Just to confirm the safety.
Yeah, I think Kharn's going to go down with me having this many spears and hunters of ancient relics. He's got 5 wounds.
6 wounds, I believe.
6 wounds, doesn't
5
matter.
wounds.
He's got a 5 pinball.
4 pinball.
4 pinball. Oh, I don't trust that at all. You know what? I don't trust 4-ups. I don't trust Mark. I don't trust anything that's happening. We're going to kill Kharn. Okay. The Dire Avengers there are going to charge the Rhino and use that pile in and consolidate, or just the charge on that beautiful 10 to...
Did you want to charge these berserkers with this 1 Dire Avenger?
No. No, I didn't.
No? Why not?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you.
We will get, we'll touch the ruins so we can still see for Overwatch. Oh no, because there is no Overwatch. Well, that sucks. We're just going to tag the Rhino.
Yeah.
And live our life. Put some mob sick all over the place. Okay. I think I'm actually going to charge the Berserkers with the Phoenix Gem Seer.
Yep.
10 inches.
Well, defensible, +1 to hit, yada yada.
I'll base you. If I die, hopefully I'll kill you on the return with Phoenix Gem. So we'll start here because, well, I want to. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Are you worried
5,
something he may not kill me?
6, 7, 8. This is 8 regular guys hitting on 3s. All right. Feeling pretty good about that. Wounding on 3s. And I still have the exarch with the Starlands to come after. All right, Mark, if you do this, it's all you.
See what I can do here.
No.
No. Okay.
I still have an exarch.
Yep.
So he's done. The Kharn goes down. And we're going to just consolidate back into the center of the table a bit so we can really start to project the closing moves out here.
Yep.
You can't interrupt, so I'll just do the 1 Farseer. He actually has 3 attacks because he's also hunting the ancient relics.
Yep.
3 hits, and all his wounds on 2s will be 3 armor saves.
We're good.
Makes them all. Big swing there. A couple Dire Avengers are going to slam this Rhino.
Yep.
Looks like I got 4 who can attack you, and I am on an objective, which will be 3 hits, and then I'll do the exarch after. 1 wound so far, and then the exarch.
Good.
2 hits, and 1 no wounds.
No wounds.
Okay, so that's it.
Lightning Claw Surgeon from there, since you charged me.
Mm-hmm.
Defensible.
Yep.
Then freeze, rerolling.
He's T4, you're strength 5.
Yeah, I'm strength 5. Yep. 3 wounds.
3 wounds, all right, 3 4-ups. Will be 2 failed.
Then, so dude got 2 base, shock assault, chainsword, and then the 1 chainsword from the sergeant.
Mm-hmm.
2s, freeze. Only 1.
Just 1, all right.
Dang it.
Down to 3.
Let's do the time warp again.
Yep, I get to fight twice.
Lightning Claw, all hit.
Believe it or not, I'm actually banking on Mark killing me, so then I kill him back in my Phoenix Gem explosion. It's quite the plan.
4. I'm trying not to kill you. I don't really want to, but
Down to 1.
I'll take it down. All right.
Trying not to by rolling all the attacks. I like it.
Well, you know,
you don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice. Take 5.
Take 5. I took 5. All right, so I'm going to die. I don't think I have to roll anything this. I think you just hit D3
On the 4
wounds,
Benjamins?
but it's been a long time, so I'll roll, see what happens. And I rolled a 3 in case I needed to roll something. Then you're going to take D3 mortal wounds, which will kill your squad, assuming it happened.
See, assuming it happens.
Phoenix Gem is just a generic relic in the Craftworlds book. I don't think it's been FAQ'd ever. It has been FAQ'd.
I'll go ahead and
We'll
just
check
do
that.
this Rhino into your Dire Avengers.
Oh, I am going to die as well. That's how that works. That's right, because I failed so many saves. Thank you, John.
Yep.
So that's what it is. So you're going to
no
die.
Rhino there. That Rhino there got charged.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he hits. He did a wound on the Dire Avengers.
Did a wound on the Avengers. And I have avenging strikes. What a great day. Aha. Thank you, Mark. Okay, so they're just finishing up the Phoenix Gem ruling because it's been a long time since I've used that relic. And we're going into Mark's turn also.
Yeah.
When we got a confirmation. Yep. Silence, loud noises.
We don't have a competition.
Okay.
We'll work on it.
Checking on it. I'm gonna go ahead and do some movement since you talk about it.
Yeah.
So like really like what I'm setting up for, like I had the spike problem 6. Really, I did like how I was talking about in the movement phase. I think it was best to actually drop Kharn into the Rhino. I was hoping like a couple of them would
Very credible
survive.
combat threat, yeah.
We'll see what happens with that. So these berserkers are really just setting up to go kill you here. These guys.
So the final resolution with the Phoenix Gem is that on a 2-up, it does do the D3 mortal wounds. That is going to finish off those poor Kharn Berserkers. However, because Nick failed so many saves, standing up with 1 wound left isn't going to help. He stands up with 1 wound left, and then takes the other 4 damage from the saves he failed, and will die anyway.
Yep.
So those units killed each other right there.
That was beautiful, beautiful, a glorious death. Unfortunately, it means Mark will get to raise my objective, which is what I've been trying to prevent forever. But it's only 1, which isn't a bucket of points for Mark. And honestly, given that we've kind of switched sides here, that probably helped me more than hurt me as far as which objective is dead.
I'm going to get just 5.
Mark's going to get 5 more.
Yep.
On primaries, he's going to go up to 1 CP. I'm at 0. For my turn, I got 3 on engage on all fronts. Let's see, we killed another bunch of berserkers. The Terminators, probably 2 more within the ranks, I'd say. And then Scramblers is finished, of course. That'll be that.
So these guys are setting up the scramble in the midfield. Set up for next turn. So they're scrambled right here. And then over here.
I don't think they could do that. They should be within your...
I was right here at 10 inches. I saw it. Sorry.
Well, because you were... I mean, we don't know where you were.
Okay.
So
I moved myself just in a straight line.
This is 6 inches back. This is not where your berserkers started.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Very far. I think I mixed them up with the Havoc die. So they're not going over
so
here.
They can't scramble in midfield because I'm pretty sure they were in your deployment zone during your turn.
Yep. So let's take them and advance them out. Get them going. 4 inches up.
Yep.
We're actually going to advance these guys out here. And just they're jumping inside the transport.
In the Rhino. All right, so
just be safe.
Yep. So just a 2-man berserker in the Rhino. We have 2 2-man berserkers left. Everything else is dead.
Okay. Then we gotta get out in there and raise, and we need to deploy some scrams.
Yeah.
So
you could scramble with Dark Apostles, but if you do that, then you can't raise. Although I guess the Dark Apostle could raise.
He could raise. He's probably gonna go over there and do his raising.
Yeah, the raising is gonna be quite problematic. I've never actually seen someone raise an objective successfully.
So he's gonna go right here and just raise.
Yep.
9 inches from the hole.
Yep. So right there, not quite in the center of the objective.
And then these little Dark Disciples are gonna get out and scramble your opponents.
Yep.
And I just go right here. Boom.
Very good.
The Rhino's just gonna shoot in combats. I'm actually thinking about just leaving this Rhino here. No, I gotta think if I really want to.
So the Rhino fell back currently.
Yeah, so I'm thinking if I even want to fall back or I just because I need to pick up that unit. Because otherwise, you just control it.
Yep.
What I'm trying to do is make sure I don't lose my scramblers. Like that there, and I need stuff for the midfield. The bikes can go over here and pick it up. 16, they're pushing for a charge on him. So the Rhino's probably going to fall back a little farther. From that scramble. What I'm trying to make sure is I'm just trying to set up for raise for next turn by picking up these Guardians. That may just not happen.
They are avenging strike right now because the Rhino did headbutt 1, thankfully.
Yep.
Good job, Rhino.
So I think we may end up just leaving that 1 unit there. Because currently you can just go 22, get out there. Scramblers, yeah. Got to get that scramble. All right. So, check.
There's a duel going on between this
There's going to be a duel right there.
And the Havoc. This duel needs to be on the gimbal. Look at that. Who will win?
We will raise that objective that fire mini. And then we scramble over there.
All right. So, Warp Fire Minis is raised. That means it doesn't exist anymore as an objective on the table, correct?
Yep.
All right. So, we're only playing a 5 objective mission now.
Changes domination.
It does change domination.
Wow, it does change domination. What an interesting little fact.
Havoc here. We're going to shoot you. Two hits. And 2 wounds.
All right, double 5s coming in strong.
You're not even feeling 5 total.
No.
Okay. Pling. Oh, yeah. He will go touch that for us because he does want to survive.
That was a very short-lived duel.
That was a short-lived duel. All right. Let's take over here. That Rhino's going to shoot in close combat.
This is another duel going on here. 5 hits. This is annoying. I know. I should have just fell back. I was like, I don't want to get shot by the combi bolters. I'm still getting shot by combi bolters. I have just an exarch left. This is why the 8-man's.
He's like, I'm alive, guys. All right. And I think that's gonna be really it.
Yep.
That'll be all you.
That was it.
Yeah.
It's not even combat. We got a rhino fight going on.
Oh, yeah,
Why
we got a
don't you
rhino
change me
fight.
the
You
rhino
choose one.
fight?
You fight.
I got my stick. I got one hit.
Hold on. I got one thing I need to do. I'm gonna put this guy back here. You're still on the objective.
Yep.
I'm gonna pop my +1 attack once per game with this rhino.
I don't think maybe you can do that and do an action. Maybe you can. I didn't wound you.
Oh, no.
I did wound
It's an
you.
aura, so no, never mind. Sure.
I did wound you, so it's AP2. I'm
good.
Wound you. Worth a shot.
Nope. All right, we try to hurt you.
Right. Okay, so that was Mark's turn. He's not in this quarter. I think he's in the other 3, so engage in all fronts for 2. He raised half of whatever the half score for raises. 6. All right, good to know. And then scramblers. Did you scramble? You scrambled my deployment zone.
Yep.
So we're just missing the midfield, and Mark's kind of got multiple units to go do that next turn. So I'm going to get a command point, which is lovely. Primary for me, I'm on 1, 2,
You have hold
3,
one.
4, 15 points, please.
You don't hold that one. I hold that one.
Sorry. 3, 2, 2. 15 points, please.
Yes.
All right. Warwalker's going to sneak on up here.
I'm alive, guys.
Don't forget me. You're going to blow that havoc right up.
Go ahead and try it.
All right. Spear. I think it's time to spear some people. All right. Going to full 22 here. I'm going to try to contest a bunch of Mark's objectives. This is my turn 4 or my turn 5?
This is your turn 4.
Oh, okay. I have more time than I thought.
This is next turn 5.
This is my turn 5.
Oh, was that mine? No.
Yours.
Oh, yeah. He went first.
So I have to be very cognizant of how I actually handle Mark's army here, because I can't let him get a big score on bottom of turn 5. See, I love this change. I would just be all out aggressive if it was, the old mission format. So this is a great change. Big fan. I have all the shuriken catapults going this rhino if I so desire. But I think I have other fish to fry, So we'll see. These avengers.
You scared him out. The one lonely rhino.
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared.
Every model you have is scary. I don't trust anything you do. We're gonna put more obsec or more bodies on this objective than Mark can hopefully muster. Tie the knot with the ends there with the avengers. Farseer is just gonna wander on up, get involved in some more duel action. This rhino is gonna stay in close combat with this avenger just so it can't advance. We're gonna get some double smites going onto that guy, and I think we'll call it a day. Let's go to that psychic base. So we'll start off with the seer who has failed every power. He's going to go for a smite. Real ambitious here. Passed on a 5.
Passed us on
Proud
5.
of you. And he's going to do two mortals. And then he's going to go for a fortune a guide across into the spears over there. 24 inches. We're going to re-roll the 2. Big dice, big numbers. So we got a 4. We're going to keep the 4. And we're going to get a 2 over here. Or 3 up. We did it. Big dice, big numbers. So spears are guided. This Spiritseer is going to go for a smite into that dude also.
Yep.
Need a 6. I'm going to re-roll it with my warlord trait. I got miles out of that warlord trait this turn. Oh, that's
just dropping another dice.
Dropped another die. Marcus, we
fail it.
failed it. Mark's definitely going to be called the Gordaddy again. All right, let's do some shooting face stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to take this Warwalker and we're going to shoot that havoc in the face.
Nice one.
We're going to win this duel, Mark.
No, you're not.
We're going to win.
Don't survive.
We got 2 hits so far. We got 2 hits total, and then 3s to wound. And we got rerolls to wound will be 2 wounds, AP3.
Double 6s.
Double 1s. We're actually going to spend our last command point here to fire and fade the Warwalker just to get it onto the objective. I like being on the objective of this Warwalker. We're going to make sure we get engaged in offense there. All right. These spears, we're going to shoot all their lances at these berserkers that have range. So we got
6 dudes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7
6 dudes and the exarch.
Yep.
And then all the catapults are going to go into the rhino. So
Got it.
here is the exarch. He hits. He kills a guy. Here's the 6 other dudes. They hit. They killed you.
Killed me. But on the dot.
On the dot. And then 1.
Almost didn't kill me, which would have been hilarious.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 catapults with guide now into the Rhino. Just trying to get a bit more thin the ranks, and then hopefully the Dire Avengers will be able to finish out those Berserkers potentially. Really, I'm just trying to limit Mark's ability to score primary on his bottom of 5, and potentially his ability to scramble. All right. Did I do guide? I don't remember. I don't think I rerolled it. That's okay. I definitely didn't, but that's all right.
I wasn't paying attention for that part. I was like,
we got 4 rends and 2 armor saves.
4 rends.
Takes 3. 2 armor
saves. Take 1. More.
4 damage.
4 damage. Down to 3.
The Avengers probably could kill the Rhino with 3 wounds left. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. I mean, like, what else are you gonna do?
4, 5. 5 dudes, 6 dudes, and then I'll throw a plasma grenade from the exarch into the 2
Dark Disciples.
Disciples. Plasma grenade is 6 shots.
-1 to hit, though.
That is -1 to hit. And 4 is to hit, 3 is to hit for the thing, Avenging Strikes, 3 hits. 3 is to wound because Avenging Strikes, but 3 AP1s.
AP1s, 5 up naturally, so 6s? Nope.
3 go down, that'll be the Disciples. And here are the shots into the Rhino, hitting on 2s, a lot of 1s, that's okay. And wounding on 4s, 5s, and 6s will rend.
Yep.
We got 4 rends and 1 armor save.
4 rends.
2.
Extra survival, 1.
And
We're good.
Survive.
Down to 1.
Right. Very, very annoying. We got a splinter pistol or whatever it's called, shuriken pistol from the Spiritseer.
Yep.
He hits. He wounds the Dark Disciple. And
Good.
the Farseer, he hits and wounds the Dark Disciple. The Dragon Ball's down
take
to
1.
1. All right. Think that's going to be it for my shooting. The spears.
Start the turn.
I gotta
do my
charges.
prayer.
I got charge. Oh, your prayer. Yes.
Reroll hits.
Okay.
It's up for my Rhino.
Your reroll hits. All right. Back to charging you.
Back to charging.
Farseer in the face.
Come on in.
And we're gonna base you, so nothing fancy's going on here.
Yep.
And I really just don't want that apostle turning around and killing my Spiritseer is still the objective.
Yep.
Those Avengers, honestly.
Did I gain my CP from last turn? I just blinked out.
You have 1. Yeah.
Okay. Making sure. I don't think I spent it.
Charge this Rhino.
Oh. That started my turn. I'm like, 1.
I could charge this Rhino.
It has 0. You have 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I spent it on fire for this.
Got it. Oh, he took my CP die. Okay, I was like confused.
Oh well.
I was like, I had a CP somewhere.
I charge the Rhino, the Berserkers get out, they scramble. If they scramble, then you're not holding objectives. I'm good. So I'm not going to charge there. We're just going to do the Farseer into the Dark Apostle, see if I can double ones. Okay. And see what this Apostle can do. Please don't kill me.
Rerolling hits.
Oh boy. 4 hits. That's okay. 3 wounds. 3 wounds. I just got to make one of these. I believe in a thing called love. 2 damage.
2 damage.
3 wounds left.
Actually, first, the Rhino has to go first.
The Rhino can go first.
Reroll hits. 2 hits.
Oh, this Rhino's going to win this duel.
2
also.
wounds.
Not like this. No, the double ones.
Take it.
Sorry, Avenger Exarch. Why you gotta do me dirty? All right, I think that's gonna be everything. I got engaged for 3. I got probably 2 more thin the ranks, maybe 1 more. I got some. Yeah, probably 1 more thin the rank. What else? I take scrambles. I'm done with that. Mark is gonna not score points on primary yet. He's got a turn to take.
Yep.
And we'll go through bottom of 5.
So these guys are really easy. They just jump over here, put 2 obsec bodies.
Yeah, so right now you have 2 obsec bodies and so do I.
So I'll have to do some damage here.
Yeah, you can do some damage with the Rhinos, unfortunately. But if they want to scramble with your last scrambles, then they're not doing nothing. And that's kind of where I left it as far as that state.
So this Rhinos, I want to make sure it's going to get engaged, which I got this stable quarter if I just fall back there. Oh, yeah. It's not there.
Not
Go over
trying to
here.
die. Yep. Okay.
And then these guys ultimately can't get on this objective. they want to scramble. So
Yeah. It's basically you're choosing between 5 primary points
Yep.
and 10 secondary points, so you're going to choose the 10 secondaries.
So take that. Let's do some rhino shooting. Rhino number 1 here.
Into the Avengers.
How many's left in that unit?
Should be 6.
Rhino 1.
Remember, the other Rhino is quite beat up.
Yep. Yeah, 3 wounds, 4
4
wounds.
wounds. All right, we will just take it. Let me see what I'm looking at over here. We will take it. I don't want to pull them, actually. So we'll take a hit on the exarch and a guy first.
Gotcha.
And we'll just keep going. So the guy's going to die, and the exarch takes a wound.
Okay. Then the next rhino will do it. It's going to be on 5s. 2 hits. 1 wound.
1 wound on the exarch. Will not kill the exarch.
Okay.
I'm not actually out of coherency, so that's going to be rough, but not rough enough to kill me.
Yep. That's where it's going to come down to.
The Rhino can charge.
Charging. Rhino charges.
Rhino charges.
First one.
Yep.
Second one.
All right, the Rhinos are doing it.
Rhino's got to do it.
Boop, boop, boop.
Missing cure. This guy could have done this.
Sure.
Got to get that reroll.
That
He's
reroll
going to pop
hits.
that +1 attack. Let's do it. All right. All right. Little rolling Rhino. Got 5 attacks.
You see
One hit.
world leaders Rhinos.
1 wound.
1 wound.
Take it.
Kill that exarch.
That Rhino was killed 2 exarchs.
That Rhino is the best Rhino in all of 40k.
2 more hits. 2 more wounds on the other ones.
Oh no. Not like this. Oh, they're good.
Okay.
Okay.
We got
So,
4 some leaderships.
We're just gonna pile in and consolidate, stay on the objective.
Yep. Doesn't matter there.
It just lets me get the 3rd model here, which will once again bring it to me.
No, I got to do his pylon fast.
Oh sure.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Hold on.
Yep, and you'll
Base
base
shade
it.
layer.
That won't work now. So Mark is gonna score a 5 on
And then
primary.
he's got to do his movement, which was right here because he had that start to
That's fine.
Cool.
So
Bam.
I can actually kill this Rhino, so I will try. He's only got 1 left. I have 4 dire avengers in range of it to attack, and I'm on an objective for hunters of ancient relics, but I don't have an exarch. So 2.
So you don't get
So I don't
plus
get. Yeah, I don't get avenging.
You don't
Strike.
get avenging strike.
So 3s to hit, and 6s to wound. Unfortunately,
I got 2 CP.
didn't get a wound.
Didn't have the CP.
All right, I could maybe probably not fail morale. I have to count now. You killed 3 models.
3 models.
No, it was a 7 maniacs. 1 had been killed, so you only killed 2. So I
2.
cannot die.
Okay, yeah, because you'll.
Yes. Yeah, they're 8 regardless.
Yep.
All right, I think we did it.
That's it.
So-
I'll get my 10 points for scramblers.
Mark gets 10 for scramblers. He's got engaged for 2 this turn.
2 engage, and then Van didn't do any more raising.
Nothing for the raising.
So I think I need that one
You
turn
also
where I
get
talked about.
5 more primary at the end of 5.
Yeah.
So let's see what the total is, and we'll go through the game.
62-47.
62-47. Good game,
Great
Mark.
game.
Very good. So, how'd you feel? You played the world leaders. You got the new points drops.
So one thing was definitely like I didn't consider was like the tempo for planning out for that bottom turn. Since I went second, I could probably plan out a little bit more.
Be more
defensive.
conservative, have models left to
Yes.
make use of bottom of
Yep.
turn. Yeah.
So I didn't quite do that just by muscle memory how to play it.
Yeah, it's going to take some getting used to. You got to be more conservative because turn 5 really does matter now.
And there's little moves you gotta see in this list, like where I talked about that one turn where I'm like, do I leave these 2 guys to go try YOLO here, or do I just go ahead and advance here? If those guys kind of got up here behind this armor container and set up for next turn, maybe I could gotta raise the last turn because those dire avengers wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
And little things like that. It's like, I don't know. This was just a great game.
Yeah, it was
I was
really
happy.
good. I was very happy with this. I mean, I really liked my Elder Army. Honestly, Dire Avengers don't need Asurmen. I was really skeptical about not having him, but now I'm like spreading out and still being tough.
Yeah,
This
I
is
do think that you don't get the +1 attack though, and I think you get that AP -1.
the spear.
But you gotta split it up a
I think
little
I need
bit.
to play more games to see if the spears need that +1 attack because AP -1 with the shurikens is so strong, but that +1 attack is also so strong.
But I also think that maybe you don't need the maybe like put on the Warwalkers and just put that in there.
Maybe I don't need Hunter the reroll on the Warwalkers.
Yeah, because you're not taking a mass of them, so you're not getting
No,
max efficiency.
that's true.
They kind of did their job by just existing. They didn't need the rerolls.
Yeah,
too
they were
much.
there to get engaged on all fronts and just harass and annoy. Although the rerolls did make my little like I'm gonna kill the sorcerer plays. I felt good about
they did
them.
do
I
that.
didn't feel like I was risking stuff. I felt like that was going to happen with the rerolls. So overall, I was really happy with this other list. I think I definitely made mistakes. I think Mark also made mistakes, but this is our first game or second game with the new FAQ rules. And I don't think this is a finished Eldar army. I think this is a step in the right direction of Eldar. I want to play with the points. And I really want to see what Dark Eldar bring to the table, because I think they're going to really, hopefully, I hope, elevate this army from like, it's good, but not quite that Space Marine tier. to hopefully Space Marine tier with some new 9th edition stuff.
But it does have a high skill cap where it helps us leverage us on that skill plays.
Definitely. I also, I haven't played Eldar in like 6 months, so felt good to be back. Feeling good about it. You have any questions from the chat? All right, guess not. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Right after this game at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to be doing another War Room coaching match. So just like this game, Mr. Sieg is going to play his Admech versus John playing his Imperial Soup Army, Sisters and Guard. And they're going to explain everything they're doing, why they're doing, give you the full breakdown in the War Room so you can get another match, a lot of classes, meta-analyses, and the ins and outs on why we make all the moves we do in the War Room. Check it out. So we'll see you later, everyone.